the third round of the day.
The rest of Avalon pushing in big pop-up land, and Avalon have eliminated Area 77.
Sandstorm going in from T. Chicken finds Z. You see a T finds Super Shark. POV officially named the first grand finalist.
We're finally here at the grand finals today in Thunder Studios Long Beach. I'm pumped.
One team will make it out today and go all the way to Asia to participate in the World Series.
Everyone's here to compete, and we have Avalon and BTK. These two titans have fought each other throughout the whole entire regular season. It's gonna be an exciting match.
This is game day, the finals. You have to win this to move forward. It's make it or break it. A full wipeout against BTK, and there it goes. 1, 2, 3. That is all you did. Able to take down the Bloodthirsty Kings. A clean sweep.
Oh my God. This is insane.
It's day number 2, grand finals, everything on the line, and only 2 teams left. D goes down, making a triple. Is it a maniac? There it is. Everybody down, and that is it.
North America!
New kingdom is born. The Ohio brothers stand above. The throne is taken. The crown is theirs.
Eight teams. The dream for each team. Take their place on this trophy. Who's gonna win this baby and go on to M5? Now it's your moment. Come and get it. It lasts a lifetime.
Welcome to Long Beach, California for the North America Challenger Tournament 2023 Fall Season Finals.
This is the biggest, the greatest event in North America Mobile Legend Bang Bang esports history yet. Only one team can make it out to Asia. Who would that be?
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because this ride is about to begin. Poon finds a kill. That's 3 down for Area 4 down. It's just 0 left. That's going to be game 2, a full sweep.
The next match coming up, BTK taking on Avalon.
Big play, 5-man knockup. Mobazane able to claim the objective.
Chicken, how you feeling?
I feel fine.
We're coming to the third round of the day.
The rest of Avalon pushing in big pop-up land, and Avalon have eliminated Area 77.
Sandstorm going in from T. Chicken finds Z. You see a T finds Super Shark. POV officially named the first grand finalist.
We're finally here at the grand finals today in Thunder Studios Long Beach. I'm pumped.
One team will make it out today and go all the way to Asia to participate in the World Series.
Everyone's here to compete, and we have Avalon and BTK. These two titans have fought each other throughout the whole entire regular season. It's gonna be an exciting match.
This is game day, the finals. You have to win this to move forward. It's make it or break it. A full wipeout against BTK, and there it goes. 1, 2, 3. That is all you did. Able to take down the Bloodthirsty Kings. A clean sweep.
Oh my God. This is insane.
It's day number 2, grand finals, everything on the line, and only 2 teams left. D goes down, making a triple. Is it a maniac? There it is. Everybody down, and that is it.
North America!
New kingdom is born. The Ohio brothers stand above. The throne is taken. The crown is theirs.
Eight teams. The dream for each team. Take their place on this trophy. Who's gonna win this baby and go on to M5? Now it's your moment. Come and get it. It lasts a lifetime.
Welcome to Long Beach, California for the North America Challenger Tournament 2023 Fall Season Finals.
This is the biggest, the greatest event in North America, Mobile Legend Bang Bang esports history, yet only one team can make it out to Asia. Who would that be?
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because this ride is about to begin. Oon finds a kill. That's 3 down for area, 4 down. It's just 0 left. That's going to be game 2, a full sweep.
The next match coming up, BDK taking on Avalon.
Big play, 5-man knockup. Mobazane able to claim the objective.
Chicken, how you feeling?
I feel fine.
We're coming to the third round of the day.
The rest of Avalon pushing in big pop-up lands, and Avalon have eliminated area 77.
Sandstorm going in from T. Chicken finds Z. Zia T finds Super Shark. POV officially named the first grand finalist.
We're finally here at the grand finals today in Thunder Studios Long Beach. I'm pumped.
One team will make it out today and go all the way to Asia to participate in the World Series.
Everyone's here to compete, and we have Avalon and BTK. These two titans have fought each other throughout the whole entire regular season. It's gonna be an exciting match.
This is game day, the finals. You have to win this to move forward. It's make it or break it. A full wipeout against BTK, and there it goes. 1, 2, 3. That is all you did. Able to take down the Bloodthirsty Kings. A clean sweep.
Oh my God. This is insane.
It's day number 2, grand finals, everything on the line, and only 2 teams left. D goes down, making a triple. Is it a maniac? There it is. Everybody down, and that is it.
North America!
New kingdom is born. The Ohio brothers stand above. The throne is taken. The crown is theirs.
Eight teams. The dream for each team. Take their place on this trophy. Who's gonna win this baby and go on to M5? Now it's your moment. Come and get it. It lasts a lifetime.
Welcome to Long Beach, California for the North America Challenger Tournament 2023 Fall Season Finals.
This is the biggest, the greatest event in North America, Mobile Legend Bang Bang esports history, yet only one team can make it out to Asia. Who would that be?
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because this ride is about to begin. Oon finds a kill. That's 3 down for area, 4 down. It's just 0 left. That's going to be game 2, a full sweep.
The next match coming up, BDK taking on Avalon.
Big play, 5-man knockup. Mobazane able to claim the objective.
Chicken, how you feeling?
I feel fine.
We're coming to the third round of the day.
The rest of Avalon pushing in big pop-up lands, and Avalon have eliminated area 77.
Sandstorm going in from T. Chicken finds Z. Zia T finds Super Shark. POV officially named the first grand finalist.
We're finally here at the grand finals today in Thunder Studios Long Beach. I'm pumped.
One team will make it out today and go all the way to Asia to participate in the World Series.
Everyone's here to compete, and we have Avalon and BTK. These two titans have fought each other throughout the whole entire regular season. It's gonna be an exciting match.
This is game day, the finals. You have to win this to move forward. It's make it or break it. A full wipeout against BTK, and there it goes. 1, 2, 3. That is all you did.
What's up, everybody? I got a chair over here with me. Welcome to the Tier 9 tournament here. We're into the grand finals. It's my boy here, G the Ico, and my other boy here in Quirky. We're going to be killing it here today. I can't wait to see these games coming up. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. There we go. Now you're looking a little bit better on my side. We're in the tournament lobby here. We got Team Ace versus After Hours. We're in the grand finals. It's going to be a best out of 7. I can't wait to see how this turns out. How you feeling in Quirky?
Hey man, I'm feeling great, right? Been kind of keeping tabs on the 9-tier tournament. They definitely wanted some hype, some excitement. So it's me, it's you, and G. We recently dubbed ourselves right as the AI desk for Icode and Quirky. Some artificial intelligence. It's going to be insightful. It's also going to be a little meaningful. But either way, we're going to bring exactly what you need for this well-deserved grand finals.
We are, and we're going to be diving straight into the draft right now. Well, my God, that was the quickest first ban I think I've ever seen in my life. They just get the Beatrix right out of there. Now, me and you have been casting overseas for another tournament, and we're seeing, man, dude, these teams are ready. They are roaring. We got Nolan, we got Beatrix, we got Matilda coming out of the get-go. These are definitely some bands that we are seeing overseas. I want to say that Beatrix is a little bit different than what we're used to. But again, still a viable pick, depending on if that's what they like actually picking on that side.
Absolutely. I mean, it seems it's definitely a target ban. I'd imagine for someone over here from Team Ace, kind of some information that these teams know about each other. I will say though, G, it's looking like, you know how you said we've been casting other tournaments. There's kind of that big three that was consistently banned out, right? The Matilda, the Raphaelia, and Angela. I think some teams tried to test around playing against the Matilda and the Raphaelia, and it just didn't work out. So they all went back to the ban list. But since we have came back to some of these North American tournaments, it seems like people are kind of letting them through now. I guess maybe the hot patch that they kind of let out recently kind of nerfed them. Maybe some of the teams here aren't really buying the whole shenanigans that the supports are overpowered anymore. But they do ban out one more. Geez, right away for the Valentina. Gee, we've seen this before with the Raphaelia up when the teams take the Valentina. Man, how are you feeling leaving that on the board still?
So, I mean, that is very true, right? And some things that I actually seen into the grand finals of the tournaments overseas are that they actually bait the Valentina to take something a little bit more, right? So the Angela band's already there, the Matilda band's already there, so you're not going to really have to worry about either of those. Valentina's there. Fairness has actually been a decent go against the Valentina to hold that mid lane. Also, Navaria is still open, so another great mage that can counter the Valentina in the early stage. So Valentina's normally first pick or where you want to be, but they opt to go for a little bit of a different route. They don't need the Navaria just yet. They opt to go for the Raf and the Boxia.
They do. It is a good setup though, what they taking, because now, like you said, that for Rams is up for grabs, or the Navaria. We know Navaria is a great combo with the Boxia. We also know that for Rams is a great combo with the Raphaelia. I'd expect us to see one of those two mages get locked in here. I'd be very surprised if they don't. I'd imagine one of them, maybe if not both of them, get banned out if they don't take it here in R3. That would allow the opponents to kind of get rid of it. But we'll have to see what they're going to look to focus. And they're actually going to go for their bro. They're going to secure their gold lane first here.
I mean, securing the gold lane, I mean, going Navaria. It's probably going to get banned out in the second phase. I would do it. I mean, it just all depends on their knowledge on if Team Ace can really utilize the Navaria. But in the scenes that we've been really casting, that has been a huge part. So that's what I'm suspecting is going to be the go here. So we'll have to find out here soon into the second banning phase. But the Axborg's a really good go. The Irithos a really good go. I like all of them that they're going for right now. All comes down to execution, baby.
It definitely does. And right here with the second phase of ban with Ace, they did already secure their roam. They could look to get rid of some roams or utility, and they do. So they're going to go ahead and deny that Akai matchup into the Boxy, which we saw a couple times. In the Akai and the Boxy matchup, for whatever reason, the Akais are absolutely slamming on that guy right now. And they also kind of got to respect the fact that this X board could be a flex pick. So that's also something to kind of cover their base just in case this thing is going over to the XP lane, which it absolutely could. There goes that Navaria ban that we were talking about. Again, really feel like Ace should have locked either that in or the Faramis, but, you know, quick to go ahead and eliminate one of those options. Kind of see how it goes through the rest of the draft, if they'll be able to secure a mage that really fits their composition here.
It is true. I mean, it's all going to come down to that here when it comes in. I wonder what they're going to go with here. The Kai ban, the Navaria ban is what I was saying. So, I mean, of course, the Faramis is still a viable pick here. Going into the dual support realm, right? Because the Faramis Cult Altar, a.k.a. the Nether Realm, I think is what it's called now. Into the Wrath. You got the heals from the Wrath. You'll have the nether realm from the Faramis. Kadita, we actually seen one of the pro teams overseas pull out the Kadita, and it just doesn't do well into team comps. But again, execution's key. It's if this team can really pull that hero off.
Right now, with those finalized bans coming through, it's gonna be interesting to see what we get here in this last ban. I mean, there's only options here for XP and Mage. I feel like you really can get a good idea of what they're going to look for in this Mage category. They could look to ban out maybe like Terizla potentially. If they don't want to ban out like a Faramis, that's kind of normal to go into the XP lane when you have the Raphaelia. Kind of need that extra set potential. So maybe something like that. Either one of these initiating XPs get banned out. The Faramis. Okay, so there we go. They ban out the YZ, one of those initiators. So I think that's still a good ban for them. At this point, I feel like, man, it's free ticket here to just lock in the Faramis. I can't imagine anything else they'd want to go for unless, I don't know, maybe they want to play with the Lilia here to pair it up with the Raphaelia. But my best bet here, I gotta root for the Faramis. Maybe that and Terizla.
And Terizla does have a good go when it comes to team comps and team fights, so I definitely would go for that as well. Now, they're looking to possibly go at a little bit of a different route this time around, and this is something you see. I mean, the Lapu Lapu, I still a viable pick, something that is still played overseas. So let's see.
That pick caught us off guard last time.
It did. Even like the Lapu Lapu.
Yeah.
Lapu Lapu
so,
Khalid.
Ooh, the Diggy. No, how do you feel about Diggy into Raphaelia? I feel like that's not really the greatest like Rome matchup there in between Diggy and Raphaelia, because she's just gonna keep spamming out the Light of Retribution. There's not really much you can do with Diggy to like prevent your team from getting abused by that. But that's my personal take. I don't know how you feel about that, Aiko.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough go, but I mean, right now they're looking like they want to play support into a support. Diggy offers that shields, but it's all gonna just depend on what they pick here as the mage. I mean, if they do run into a Lilia, it could be huge for them, right? I mean, now that's gonna avoid a lot of that slow that's gonna be coming down, and vice versa. So I want to see if they can bring that into the game or not. So we're gonna see though. I mean, the drafting phase is over here.
For sure. I mean, that was like the last, what was it? The Faramis Lilia were kind of the last two picks. Was kind of mentioning that would make the most sense for them. They bring it in. Lapu's another still, kind of that strong initiator. So I think they kind of brought the draft all together how we kind of envisioned it. And now, like you said earlier, man, it's about execution. But Aiko, we're moments away from going in, man. Tell the folks what we're heading into. I guess Aiko steps away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, sweet lambs and gentle giants, we're going to be heading into game 1 of the grand finals here. We got some very amazing teams. We got Team Ace up here looking to battle potentially to win the Tier 9 tournament. And they're not really up against a team that isn't very known. In case you aren't aware, this is basically their opponent's rebrand, I guess you could say, from one of the teams from NACT that aggravate one lineup that we saw before make a big run. But starting out here, we do have that orange buff starting out with Bread on the utility jungle. I'm expecting them to get out fast on rotations. You can see Marceline here already on the Raphaelia trying to provide some of that vision onto Vinny here, and they can look to really punish out the opponents with Lilia, with Raphaelia. They should be first on rotations. They're going to have the wave clear potential, but down in bot side, Maxi showing the potential of Brody, that lane harassment, that lane bully, and with Raphaelia again to be able to assist. They should be able to have a really strong showcasing here.
That is true. Yeah, I was worried about some production, and I got a lot of stuff going on the screen, man. It's production caster's wild. I haven't done this since the good old NASL days, and at least the high quality that we're doing here. But yeah, I mean, we're already seeing Max put onto a lot of pressure under the gold lane, which is a huge go for the side of Team Ace. Now, looking at what's kind of going on, I mean, both teams are kind of baiting each other out and just going about themselves. I feel like the Boxia is going to have to watch out. Bread is kind of a little bit overextending here. 3v1. Nobody's backing him up just yet. Marceline coming in.
And it should be caught out potentially by the decimation, but no, he's gonna be able to stay alive. But Cyan might be able to take him out, and he does. Catches the first blood, delayed the inevitable, but ultimately, first blood falling into their hands.
Yeah, you got to really watch out for those positionings. You can kind of see the 1v1 happening down here in the bottom. My guess is that the Irithyll is definitely picking up the Hawes Claws early, so the personal regen, the sustainability picking up by Jin is going to be huge for the side of After Hours.
After Hours. Yeah, man, it will be huge, but I mean, like we were talking about, being able to kind of get around the map a little faster, but somehow though, After Hours actually having the priority on this this first turtle. But Kobe gonna go ahead and engage. The Brave Fighter stands. The Holy Retribution goes out. Lil Vinny will go ahead and secure that. Last Sandy comes out, won't be able to secure a kill. Vinny with the Mortal Coils looking for the decimation, finds one. He definitely has a second one in his eyes. Picks up the double on Marceline. Wants to try to find the triple, but it's bread on the box here. A little hard to run them down, but they do pick up the 2 kills and the turtle, Ico.
That is true. I mean, that's a lot on the board right now. 3-0. A little bit of a gold lead. Kind of taking a look at some of the items that they have going on here. Brevis Warrior going out on a Kion, and Last Insanity to get out of there. Nothing really being picked up just yet. Molten Core already secured by Bread here. I mean, we're just gonna have to see Team Ace, you know, get onto their A game, right? Bring that ace card out of their pocket and put some pressure on them. And look, pressure's coming.
Ooh. Jin got caught by the Holy Retribution, but the Time Journey able to help him. Madam Lucia able to find the kill there. Now it's a 3v2, making a 4v2. Sky caught in a bad way. Going to be taken down by Vinny on a killing spree. 3 kills to his name. Absolutely running away with this one. Has the snowball, which is what you want on Martis. Now, Maxi sandwich. It's a ham and cheddar combination, peanut butter and jelly, any type of sandwich you can think of. That's the one Maxi's in, but he's actually using footwork, trying to evade death, but ultimately will fall at the hands of Jin as they go ahead and strip about half of the gold plating down there.
That is very true. I mean, that was a 4-man down there in the bot lane against Max. There's just not much he can do, but the bravest warrior out on the magic.
Kobe able to take the kill down with the Brave Fighter stance and the Raging Slash combination. Finally getting a kill on the board for Team Ace. But look at the top side up here, G. We got Vinny going for the solo invade. He's a little cocky, maybe a little confident, but it's a 1v3. He's all out of Mortal Coils, able to escape the Holy Retribution, but now he's being slowed down. Science came to try to help him out, but it's not going to work. Super Kobe will shut him down. Finds a kill, but the Last Insanity trades right back. So it's a 1-for-1 there between both teams.
Yeah, I was about to say Kobe was slam dunking on them there. And I mean, that's the turnaround that they needed. But again, just don't get too greedy to allow that. But the 1v2 happening down into the bottom lane. Jin able to get the kill onto Max. Once again, the Brody just not able to farm up properly while Jin is just farming alive. And I guess this is where the Diggy really comes into play, is just because the Diggy offers a lot of poke and peel for Jin here.
It really does. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, look at that. The poke and the initial damage out from Jin, they should actually be able to find that kill. He does pop out. The sprint isn't actually able to pick it up. Marceline escapes with 1 HP, but you can see the pressure like you were talking about with the poke, the reverse time there, the alarm bombs. This Diggy is extremely annoying, but Brett wants to go for the contest potentially, but no, he has to wheel and deal up out of there. It's just not a wise decision to keep up the contest. But look at bot side, G. So much pressure over here. 3v1. They want to go for the tower again. Alarm bombs are going to make Maxi back up. But now we got Marceline coming to maybe assist. Another alarm bomb in the way. Now we got more players here. Magic. It's a whole 4-man rotation to the bot side. But a torn apart memory. But he had the reset, the black boots in the IMU. And it's going to be a free tower. I go.
Was a free tower, but I mean, at least they didn't take a life with it. Again, they got to find answers elsewhere when situations like that arise. Team Ace is needing to grasp for a little bit of air at this point, but After Hours just aren't allowing them to breathe at this point. The aggression, they have the Martis, they have that early game. They want to keep that early game secured, so they are putting a lot of pressure on a Team Ace. Now, all Team Ace has to really do is, you know, stop getting caught out, take that that early game pressure and just kind of roll with the stride, roll with the punches.
You have to roll with the punches at this point, man, because I mean, that's all you can do. You got to try to eat, kind of got to try to roll those body shots off you. But look, down the bot side, they might be able to open up the map potentially. Maxi's 0-2, But if he can find this tower, get himself mobile on the map, try to help out the rest of Team Ace, maybe they can look to turn things around. And Sky and Marceline are going to help him create that pocket of opportunity to pick it up. But in the top side, they do the exact same thing. Jin, they're going to trade the tower with their own 3-man rotation. So it seems even with Ace finding a small victory, they're not going to be able to let it live for long. After Hours is playing this perfectly right now.
They are definitely, but they're kind of getting cut off here. The time journey popped by onto Bread, but a response.
Ooh, another Kobe moment, looking for the land shocker with a flick, and he's able to connect it. Maxi will pick up the kill onto Jin, and now Ace off on the race, trying to find Magic with the shield. Unity Bread will go ahead and get on top of him. Magic, though, he's clearly not a fan of gluten, but while that happens, we did see another kill picked up by Super Kobe. He's been kind of leading the team right now. Sign with a last insanity on top of 2 members. Not enough damage. Now he'll be re-engaged on. They can let him go. He has the immortality to work with. Vinny with the mortal coils trying to escape Kobe. But another Braves fighter stance. My goodness. The cooldown on that skill is a little unfair right now.
I think that was like 25 seconds or something. But I mean, it goes to show how long that battle lasted, that he was able to pull out another Bravest Warrior. Wasn't able to slam dunk on the After Hours that time around, but this is the moment, this is the breath of air that Team Ace needed from After Hours to make some plays here, and it's good to go. I mean, what we're seeing is that the RAF is kind of coming online. The sustainability that she is offering, the flash was picked up, so that is what's kind of happening right now, is the RAF is kind of coming online, allowing the team to survive the crazy aggressiveness by After Hours at this point.
And they're kind of playing on the back foot, right? Ace kind of deal with the aggression. I mean, they're not that far behind you. It's only down about 2K gold. Obviously, uncomfortable position because tower advantage is in the favor of After Hours, but they still have room to make this work. My only question is, how does it look as the game reaches those later stages? You got Xborg, you got Irithel. It's a good amount of scaling. And of course, it all was assisted reaching that point through the early mid stages because of Vinny, right? Having that good early game, had the killing spree, able to pressure a lot of people on the map. And look at here, Matt and Lustrik and Jin looking to collapse onto Kobe. He has the Bravest Fighter stance and the flicker at his disposal. Maybe some potential to make an outplay. Is going to enter the Brave Fighter stance. Uses the land shaker. Diggy does still have time journey, and he pops it now. Raging Slash won't do a lot of damage because of the shield. And now he's stuck in a 1v2 with not a lot of resources. And Maxi finds the tower. Alarm bombs drop on top of him. Wait a minute. Might be able to escape here, and I think he will without even having to burn the flicker, G.
Ooh, Vinny.
Oh,
He's coming
wait a minute,
in!
Vinny. Yeshua! No, Kobe gets reverse slam dunked on.
I'm surprised he didn't attempt to get out of there at that point. He kind of stuck with it. Didn't suspect that little Vinny was going to collapse on him. But again, there's answers on every side being thrown. To be honest, each team is making little strides here and there. The middle tower already taken down by After Hours on at the After Hours side. So that is a win for Team Ace. And again, it's just, this is probably the fastest paced game I've seen from both sides. They're just everywhere.
Speaking of everywhere, everyone bringing their attention over to the Lord Breads, the solo man standing on the front line. It could be anyone. Just Kobe will take the Lord. Who is holding the retribution as neither one walk away with it, but Vinny will find the kill with an decimation. It's a 4v4. They've already won what they want, but Red might fall next. Matalucia will ahead and take him out. It's a 3v5. Maxi wanted to trade out, pops the immortality, but they won't be able to find any kills. Wait a minute. Maxi trying to cut the rotation here, stepping up into the bush with the rest of the team. They're going to force them to take a bit of a detour as they're looking for the outer turret in the mid lane here.
That they are. I mean, we're seeing a Lord Siege engaged right now. They want to take out a lot of these towers, utilize the Lord to possibly pierce into the base, but this is only the first Lord. When you're utilizing the first Lord, you want to just, last insanity.
Maxi, he's in trouble. He tried to go for the big play, but it might have turned against him. Cian will take the kill. And G, it actually wasn't a bad idea. He had the Abyss impact, but again, up against the Diggy. In case you guys did not know, the time journey removes the stacks, reduces the damage from the torn apart memory, which was the desperation play that Maxi went for, but it just didn't work out there.
Yeah. And you know, another crazy thing with the Diggy, right? You removing the stacks is such a clutch play, and maybe that's ultimately why they picked the Diggy. But look at this, Bread in a little bit of a sticky situation here.
There's a time journey pop just for Kobe. Right now, they're collapsing on him. Sign will take him down. The rest of the team seems almost allergic to the follow-up there as they offer up a sacrificial lamb as a peace offering, if you will, to the side of After Hours.
It is true. It is
Ooh,
true,
wait a
but they
minute,
want to give
though.
up.
And he's caught by the reverse time. Another member's being isolated, but the rest of the team is trying to help this guy man out. Holy Retribution will turn the fight around. Now Sky walking down on Vinny with energy. They want to go ahead and take the kill. Maxi slowly working on him. Torn apart memory is able to find the kill onto Vinny, but here comes the shield of Unity. Bread wants to land on Jin, takes him down. Bread and the rest of the company are starting to make plays. Last Insanity from Cyan. Ooh, the reverse time almost made it work, but now the Holy Retribution comes out and Cyan's all left alone. Time journey just a little too late, but now he's in trouble. Caught out by the Glooms and Bread. It's a shutdown for the mid lane. That's a whole 5-man wipeout. The comeback looking very real for the side of Team Ace.
That is for sure. If they would have had Maxi, it would have been insane. But Magic, bravest warrior of their own with the IMU, gets deleted, though.
Oh, no. That was not really worth it. Still lost the tower. All he did was add the 4th death to his KDA column. This is not a good look right now for the side of After Hours.
And it's crazy, right? Because we're seeing a 15-10 kill game here leading into After Hours, but the gold is in the favor of Team Ace at this point. And I mean, that goes to show that the towers are really what you want to watch out for. It's not all about how many kills you can get in a game. And that's kind of what you get when you bring a Martis into the Land of Dawn. This Sky on this Lilia is paying off, though. They're going to have to really watch out for it. Look at the slow and the power.
They force out the last Insanity, and it looks like After Hours will be losing this Lord, and that's going to be the second Lord picked up from the side of Team Ace, who were fighting on the back end of the match, but they've been securing these very important neutral objectives and denying After Hours to pick up anything right now.
That is very true. And I mean, what we're seeing here is a BO7. So, I mean, they got to watch out for this. The Martis kind of falling off. We're coming into the mid to the late game. The Lord, this is second Lord, Luminous Lord, right? Gonna not really charge into any towers because the mid's already all the way down. Super Kobe have to utilize the bravest warrior to get out of a sticky situation. Still has a little bit of it left. They're gonna do a full push into the mid, try to outbeat After Hours.
Right now, they are going to try to run this one down. They're not even worried about other waves, other lanes. They just want to try to rush the base, but Lord will be eviscerated there, and now left with no Lord. Not sure if this push can still work. Last Insanity goes out to clear out a couple minions. Bread stepping up. They're taking a little bit of damage, but Kobe now has the bravest fighter stance. He's looking for the flicker land shaker, and Sky will find Magic here, but still no one has locked onto the base. Bread is in trouble. Decimation from Vinny. Will he be able to find more? No, he's too low HP. Maxi now targeting onto the bases. Everyone had to run back to the fountain. Will they be able to clear this out? And they cannot stop it. Team Ace will not be denied the successful comeback.
That is very true. And I mean, we're seeing here that that was a great go by Team Ace. Team Ace looking a little rough into the early game, given the MVP to Sky. That Lilia was just a deciding factor for the side of Team Ace. So a crazy game going out there.
And I mean, you taking a look at the statistics here, you can kind of see who was kind of leading the way. Like you said, Sky on the Lilio absolutely was helping out there. Honestly, I know Kobe finished out 3-7, but he made some pretty instrumental plays for them, especially in the early through the mid, being able to help take down some targets, be able to help zone out a couple people. He was doing a really good job out there, and I just don't think the KDA tells the full story. But yeah, Sky definitely leading the way with the damage, helping the team as well. But we really have to, there's a lot to kind of discuss, kind of break down with After Hours, man. They had the lead and so comfortable, might I add, having it for some reason kind of stuttering, losing focus, maybe a lack of discipline, not really able to make too much happen. Obviously, Magic struggled in the mid lane on the Valentina, 1-5-7, didn't really have much impact. I think the coolest thing or the greatest thing they did all game was that black boot to reset, kind of baiting out the torn apart memories. But beside that, it was a very quiet game for the mid lane from After Hours. Kind of hoping after the match they can kind of figure out what went wrong and kind of patch those things up.
It is true. It is true. And I mean, it was quite wild. I'm not going to lie. Super Kobe was getting really flashy with it. on that Lapu Lapu, pulling in some crazy flicker plays. I mean, it went 3-7-3, but really set up his team for some nice engages, kind of fronting when Marcelin couldn't on the RAF. So crazy outcome.
It's so, I mean, it's really nice though for the side of teammates to be able to make that. Obviously, now we know the kind of the potential of Team Ace, them being kind of behind an economy, and we talked about it earlier when they were down like 2K, saying, you know, if maybe they could get who was it, Maxi, kind of mobilized on the map after he found that tower, they'd be able to turn things around, and that did happen. Obviously now Maxi wasn't picking up the kills, but you absolutely did feel the damage from him. Especially like on that last lord, when they were, or the first lord, they were able to take away when Super Kobe jumped in and denied After Hours any rights to that. Plays from him, things like that. That's when you could see the difference and see where the comeback was starting to translate from the kind of the game plan we kind of figured they needed to approach and take.
Exactly. And I mean, we're already going into game 2 here of this is the grand finals of the Tier 9 tournament here. A little bit of a small mini amateur tournament. I can't wait to see what they do to pull through on this side.
It is going to take some effort here now from the side of After Hours. These are kind of losses, and we've talked about this before, right? Those type of losses, when you're really supposed to be able to close out and finish those matches, it can be demoralizing for teams. Like you said, it's an amateur tournament, so these teams, those kind of losses, it's a certain mindset, a certain mentality that takes time to develop. Obviously now, like we talked about, this roster from After Hours isn't a completely inexperienced team. They made it very far inside of NACT, right? So I'd like to imagine they'd be able to take that loss in stride and be able to, like, you know what, we made some mistakes, we got some things to work on, things to correct, maybe get our mid laner, get Magic on something a little more comfortable, because as you could see with the rest of the team, the story is there when you look at the statistics. Clearly the one kind of lacking that oomph, right, kind of falling behind in their matchup, not able to keep up with the team even when they were winning. Those aren't really the type of stats that you would see, or the KDA you would see from a player on a mostly advantageous team throughout the match. So they got to find something to maybe fix that.
Yeah, that is very true. Now we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty here. The sound is not coming through, so we're gonna be jumping into a black screen here while I fix that. I'm hopefully gonna grab that here in a second. I think I know what happened to it, so of course, production-wise, there's always something that kind of goes in and goes down when we go into here. We'll find out in a second if I'm able to fix it here. Should be a pretty quick fix. But yeah, I mean, that was a crazy game for the side of Ace. I didn't suspect it. I mean, into the early stage, it was definitely leaning towards the side of After Hours. And I have fixed this here, so there's no problem. We'll get this going once again. Pulling up. We're going to be running back into the draft here. All right, now we have sound.
I mean, we're kind of running through it. Trying to see what's going on here. So over here from the side of Team Ace, they're kind of looking for that pick off, strong initiation. They got the Franco combo with the Navarre, so they did go ahead and opt to prioritize that for the first pick. All big threes were banned out, so kind of checking out for me. And it looks like After Hours is going to double down on this Valentina pick. They're going to put it back into the hands of Magic. I'm not sure if that's the best call, given the performance that we got. Like you said, in a match they were kind of winning, still struggling, kind of had subpar performance. But they do pick up the Florin, which is interesting because Estes, Florin, you know, supports like that have kind of been left out to the wayside. We've seen a bit of Diggy, obviously, even like last game. He's kind of been that other option in the support pool, but it seemed like Florin just kind of disappeared. But After Hours looking to bring her back here, G.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, that's how we see it there. Florin, though, a little wild as a pick. I wasn't actually sure I've seen a Florin be played in some of these games, so it's crazy to see it come out. And I want to make sure that they definitely pull the Florin's punches, right? I mean, we're going to see a lot of healing. We just seen Team Ace pull out the RAF and actually just excel on it. So let's see if they can pull out the same thing, a little bit of the same thing, but in a different way.
And I'm kind of wondering how this is going to work out for Ace, just because, or maybe more so for Scout and Navari, because I know when you're playing Navari, you get that kind of that one big burst of damage, right, from the Astral Recall. If you get the max distance and whatnot, you're able to do a big chunk of damage. But when you're facing healers, it becomes more of just like a game of constant poke, and not much finishing damage or really strong opening damage, because it immediately gets healed back up, especially with someone like Florin. She can heal a ridiculous amount back into everyone, right, to the entire team, even if she's not present. So it's one of those things where it kind of makes me concerned on if they'll be able to find the damage to take care of it, especially with the Franco. They're obviously going to be looking for pickoffs, and if that initial burst damage doesn't see, if they aren't able to find a kill and make it like that 5v4, and they get stuck in a 5v5 with a Florin, with a Fredrin in the front line, you know, Valentina taking utility, it's going to be really hard to win those out. So I'm just a little concerned for Team Ace on how it'll translate into the match. But of course, if they're able to turn those numbers into the 4v5, it'll be very advantageous for them. But it just comes down to the execution things we've been talking about.
Yeah, execution's always what it comes down to be honest. And I mean, you got to go for that, right? And you never know what happens. And it always comes down to, again, what side is executing it a little bit better. I don't think they'll pull out a Mia, but my God, a possibility.
I mean, with the Franco, I saw them hover over the Ixia. It may not be a bad idea, just because right now, as we see it, the side of After Hours have 0 dive at the moment. But maybe look for something to be able to match up in the lane against Bruno. It could be something they're also concerned about. You obviously want to be able to win out that lane, because Bruno's going to look to dominate early on. They are going to go for the Ixia. And like I said, I feel like it can fit well here, because there's really no dive, unless maybe they can get something to Sion's hand to play. I know last time we played the X board, but that's been banned out, right? They already got Yu Zhong. So do we see him maybe play the Lapu this match, or I don't know, maybe even go for the Terizla versus Yu Zhong matchup? Okay, it looks like he potentially could go for the Lapu here.
I mean, they want to go for the Lapu, right? Because they've seen what happened last time the Lapu was utilized on them. They kind of want to pull something out a little flashy on their side. I think this is one of the times that we see in North America that an Alpha is pulled out as well. So, I mean, we're going to have to see what the true damage can do into a game. Fredrin also receiving that nerf. So I want to see how that is played out as well. Is it going to be an impact into this game? When I seen it played in the international stage, the Abysmal Strike just doesn't do a lot of damage anymore, so it's not as impactful into team fights or being able to solo and take kills. So we'll find out here.
I know for me with Fredrin, it was not even just about the damage output, but more so just the damage he's able to frontline and receive. It seemed, I mean, you could tell, right? That hybrid defense nerf, it did make an impact to him, with him being able to front load the damage. But again, they do have this floor to kind of offset that, kind of mitigate the damage, bring back some more regen. I think she's always strong with fighters or anything that kind of wants to brawl, which is obviously what Fredrin's going to want to look to do. But I think the biggest thing here, G, is if Sion can get to the backline on the Lapu. But those are going to be questions we'll get answers to in a bit, because Akko, we're heading into game 2, man. Let them know what's going on, what's at stake here.
Shoot, I mean, everybody's loading in at this point. We're waiting. Here we go. We're going to be getting into game 2 of the grand finals of Tier 9 tournaments. And we're going to see what is going to go down. We got Little Vinny on the Fredrin, Bread on the Alpha. Can they utilize these picks? I mean, both of them are a little bit out of meta right now, I would say. So I want to see if they can bring these to the playing field.
We'll have to see. You can already see Marceline kind of want to bring that that vision, that aggression. He was doing the exact same thing in the Raphaelia, so clearly something they like to do from Team Ace is keep that early vision, seeing where the opposing jungler is starting, getting an early read on their rotation. Both teams opting in for that that XP, that dual lane right there. But look at Baxi here. He's completely punishing Jhin, trying to make him go back on this this lane trade. And it's looking like it's working out for him, G.
definitely looking like it's working out for him. Also, it goes to show that the Bruno is not able to put those crits to use early against Elixia here. So I want to see what they're going to be bringing. Uh-oh, we got a first blood and invade here. Already onto the Fredrin. Into the mid lane here. Bread looking to bring that extra aggressive true damage. Uh-oh.
Marceline, you see he's got Jin in his target. Holds onto the wall to evade it. But look, again, though, back to what we were saying about Maxi kind of bullying him in this lane. This is huge for the side of Team Ace to build on. They're already got an advantage in jungle. They have the advantage in gold lane. At this point, it's about keeping up on rotations and keeping that controlled aggression, controlled pressure, and not losing focus on how to close out, how to win the game. Because right now, they're in a very... I mean, look at the gold lead right now, G. Already at underneath the 2-minute mark, they got a sizable lead.
I mean, that's what happens when you take out the jungle early on, and little Vinny kind of getting petrified and set up here.
Kobe did land that Furious dive. They should be able to pick up the kill, and that will be another death to Vinny. 2 kills as the jungler again, G. This is incredible pressure and a great advantage for them to be able to hold out. No contest for the Turtles, so they're going to be up 2 on kills, up the first neutral objective. Things are looking bright for Team Ace. You see Kobe with the recall spams there, but wait a minute. Marceline leading the charge here. They want to go for the invade. Kobe's going to help them with the side lane pressure. Magic, very low, is able to pop out the big black dragon. They're going to force the recall. Bread finds the kill to Vinny. That's the 3rd kill onto Vinny. Somebody help this man out.
And look, we even see a little bit on the bottom.
A 1v2 volley shot, but Hang-On drops the ultimate with the flicker. Is he gonna outplay this? Maxi, almost. No! The last minute heal, and that's what you hate to see from supports, but they're gonna be able to trade that back out. Sky will assist, and now the bloody hunt, and what looked like a +1 for the side of After Hours is actually a +2 for Team Ace here.
It is, and I mean, a crazy outcome. I mean, Team Ace is just looking well-rounded and aggressive, utilizing the Alpha's true damage against little Vinny. A crazy tie changer here for this time around. Kion catching a hook to the face.
Pretty good. Not going to lead to a death, but, you know, every time you get hooked, G, I don't know about you, but it feels like my life flashes before my eyes. I'm always 100% certain I'm getting ulted and going to die there. But right now, hang on. Now, even Kobe put on damage on the other side of the map. Found a kill. Trying to offset the lead. I don't know how Maxi can mess this up, but wait. Oh, my goodness. Bread spreading the butter onto the opposition. Vinny, the 4th death. Gee, this is a complete jungle diff at this point. He's up 4 levels. He might as well not have been playing the last almost 4 minutes at this point.
I mean, he's been literally, I think it's a death a minute at this point, a little bit more than a death a minute.
It is.
So, I mean, he's only had roughly about 50 seconds to farm on each side, and I feel like that's like 1 or 2 buffs at most. You know?
Wow. They are denying at all parts of the stage. Maxi needs to be careful. Takes a volley shot. Dual beam goes out, and with the Bloody Hunt, may be able to make a play, but Magic finds the backside, steals the Bloody Hunt, might be able to find the kill, and he will. And again, G, they turn around the bot lane engagement, but hang on, don't fall asleep yet. Cyan, the very fighter, stands trying to find Sky, able to use the Astral Recall at the last second to escape, but that's opening up so much room for the bot side for the gold plating for Team After Hours here to maybe find some wiggle room to get back in this.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to have to, but this is the wiggle room right here. Is they're able to take out that bottom tower all the way, all the gold plating, and all of the HP already picked up for their side. Huge difference there, and I mean, that's what the Bruno, or the Brody has to offer. I can't even say anything. I can't concentrate. I said it right the first time, the Bruno.
It is the Bruno, but look at Brett. Alpha charge onto Magic. That's a 3 HP advantage. He is so fed right now. He can literally engage on anyone he wants to. Look at Marceline. Lands the hook on the Vinny. We might see his 5th death of the game. He is able to get back to the tower, but here comes Super Kobe. Zoning out the rest of the members. They should be able to pick up this tower fairly easily. There's no one here to resist them. It's just Madam lose streak. And right now, they might start the lose streak. They're already down 1 here. If they go down again, it's getting closer and closer for Ace to take this series against them. But here comes the concealed play. They're looking to be aggressive. Marceline can land the hook. It goes in between both, a mile apart from either one. Not able to make an engagement there. But again, the pressure It isn't like they're gonna leave. There goes the Astral Echo, and now the full barrage. They're zoning them away from the tower. This is an easy pick by though. This is unfair.
Oof. They didn't get the tower though. I mean, they're definitely gonna get it with the next wave. But yeah, I mean,
try it again.
It's coming down to it. Uh-oh, they're gonna push it though.
Oh, Magic on this Valentina this game has made some pretty big plays. Volley shot there from Jin will pick up his 3rd kill of the game, while Kobe takes a tower as well. So still some signs of life here from the side of After Hours.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that they're playing for kills at this point, kind of disrespecting them, but they're also focusing on neutral objectives really hard, securing all of the tier 1 towers. It looks like they're going to have this Lord uncontested. And again, and this is what we see from a Fredrin. The nerf is huge.
This is a huge bloody hunt underneath the tower. Vinny, what are you doing? Maxi will pick up his 1st kill of the game, but Vinny will take his 5th death of this match. Alpha charge on the wall. Well, Mr. Marcus Sky actually was able to find Jim, but here comes Kobe. This is a nasty sandwich. Marceline will find the kill. Everyone's getting a piece of action here from Team Ace.
Dropping the emote on him, hitting the motorcycle. Team Ace is just looking well oiled. They're taking every neutral objective quicker and quicker every time here. Last time we've seen After Hours actually putting on a little bit of an early game show against Team Ace, but Team Ace is just being aggressive this time around, and paired with an alpha, that's what you need. And this is also a Franco that we're dealing with here as well. They don't want to go into that late game. They want to end this early, push After Hours into a wall that they can't get back out of.
And then you can see how they're kind of trying to set up, especially with the positioning from Sky and the positioning from Marceline. They want to open up that top lane to make this an easy tower. Right now, doing a great job, Brett, of distracting, but he might actually pay for this. He should fall. It's taking a lot to take him down.
The whole team.
Jesus. I guess that's what happens when you're level 13 at the 8-minute mark. You're just able to kind of do what you want, and with all that extracurricular activities, did open up the outer turret up on the top side.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we're seeing that they're essentially just slapping them with marshmallows at this point. The level diff is real. Kobe might be next on the chopping block, though.
He'd be caught by the stun, getting hit with the CC chain, energy eruption, the pop-up knockup, petrified. They deny the Black Dragon. Cyan with the Justice Blades will take him out before he can take flight. This is a no-fly zone here, G.
Yeah, it does look like Team Ace had a tempo that they were following, and it just seems like After Hours kind of interrupted that tempo. It is going to be coming onto the first award. I mean, if I was After Hours at this point, maybe being a little aggressive towards this Lord would be a correct option before Kobe gets in here, but they opt to just kind of farm it up and leave the Lord alone.
I mean, at this point, I mean, there's not really much they can do. They're still pretty down in the economy. Not even that. Hang on, though. Marceline wants to go hunting. Not able to find the hunt, but yeah, Jimmy, look at the level. Vinny is still level 9. Brett is 14. That's a 5 EXP. Even if they had the numbers, or maybe even if the economy was a little bit closer, there's no way on paper he'd be able to win that retribution. It's just not. It's just not that possible. Even if he had the just perfect Appraiser's Wrath, I don't even think it's in the realm of possibility.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you put the whole team on him, take him down one more time. Who knows? But the level gap is there. The Lord is coming in. It is a Luminous Lord this time, or we're on the first Lord.
Marceline! I don't know. We might be at the ending of the barrage, catching everyone now. The flicker. Did you see that hook from Marceline? The flicker forward, even behind the wall. You are not safe. This base is ours. Now the Spear of Alpha will go out looking for the engagement. Look at the base. Half HP. Lord's been cleared though. Sign with the land shaker onto 3. Getting assisted. Will he be able to find the kill? He does. Takes down Maxi. Marceline could be next. Volley shot from Jin. Spear of Alpha from Alpha. The man single-handedly turns the fight around. A quick double kill for Bread. That's both sides of that sandwich, the top and bottom. Now he's got the condiments in the middle, mustard, mayo. But if they don't like it, gonna go ahead and take him out of the match there.
kind of getting a little greedy there, you know, a little bit too big for his breachers there, as After Hours able to take him down. I mean, he suspected that level 15 would be able to tank tower shots, and that's not the case in this situation. They trapped him in there, the IMU, the ult stolen, and I mean, it came into play. A good shutdown for After Hours. They need to keep doing this. And now that they have a little bit of breathing room, catch up on that EXP level difference that we see by little Vinny. 11 minutes in, and he's only level 10, now a level 11, so about a level a minute.
It's about a level a minute, man, which is it's not the most impressive jungle statistic to have, but again, I don't know if it's still enough. I mean, Lord's coming up in less than a minute here, G, really approaching less than half a minute. There's just not enough farm here for him to catch up in levels still. But I will say, if they're able to maybe find the engagement, if they can deny the pick off and be able to sustain the burst like they did on that defense, there is wiggle room. But even then, I mean, you saw what Bread did. He's so ahead, still so fed. It took one ultimate to erase almost half the team as Marceline goes for the Iron Hook. So I don't know, G. Things are still risky business for them.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing that After Hours, even with a little bit of the gold diff and the EXP diff, they're still putting a lot of pressure on, and their team comps are coming in. Again, this is going to be another Lord. They're going to have to mount up one of the greatest defenses of their life here to keep them at bay and to not lose game 2.
And it's rough because all it really takes for the side of Ace is for Maxi to drop a good full barrage, and they literally have to give up all the spacing, all the zoning. They have nothing with the range capabilities to match them. And then you got Sky, you know, just floating around like a literal ghost and just sending out that astral recall. It's really hard to deal with for the side of After Hours here. So I don't know what it would take at this moment for them to mount a successful defense. They only have one high ground tower left, and that's only half HP. You got the Luminous Lord marching down mid. I mean, geez, what could they do?
I mean, they're just gonna have to hold out, maybe attempt to try to drag the Lord to the other tower. Do not let it touch the base. I feel like that is the defense condition of After Hours.
They're letting it walk in for free. Maxi takes the tower. Oh, look, another flicker. Hook and Vinny, as he's been doing all game, maybe falls here, but look at the base. It's already half HP. Lord still has a good amount of HP. Sign tries to gnaw in the back line, but they're going to go ahead and focus him out. Bread picks up the kill. Vinny will find Marceline, but the base. Gee, the thing that matters the most is denied. The crystal has been shattered.
The crystal has been shattered. Game 2 going to Team Ace. A solid team comp there for Team Ace. They just came in hot and ready, and Bread, you know, just showing that dominance that the Alpha does offer in game against a Fredrin. If this goes to show you anything, the Fred just is not a viable jungle pick. It just doesn't have the sustainability or the play, I feel, into the pro scene.
Yeah, I mean, and really big kudos to Ace, because they were able to kind of play towards the win conditions that were kind of laid out during the draft, right? We're talking about, you know, maybe not be able to win those full 5-on-5 engagements, but they were able to land those pickoffs, kind of swinging into a 4v5, which Marceline did an incredible job at doing. But even additionally from that, man, something After Hours has to pick up on, and I stated it at the start of at the match and even at the start of game 1. This you have to stop letting Marceline just kind of walk through the jungle, giving all this vision on Vinny, because they're completely tracking his rotation, denying him creeps, forcing fights when he's trying to move around the jungle. And as you can see, it clearly is paying off and working. He did it on Raphaelia, he's doing it on Franco, and I'm sure whatever they take into game 3, he's gonna do it again. There has to be some kind of barrier here, some kind of boundary to provide that room to farm.
Yeah, that is true. And I mean, it's kind of hard when you do have the heal and the support that After Hours had, right? I mean, they just didn't have a proper tank versus Marceline's Franco. It didn't come into play. And again, I feel like the Fredrin needs that extra support into the early age.
And that's always the tricky thing, right? With having the supports, you do lose some of that frontline capability. But I guess, and that's something else we talked about, right? Obviously, you kind of take Fred and you're like, okay, well, we do have a tank in the jungle utility, but he's nerfed. You know, his defensive capabilities have been reduced. And it's very visible. You can see it in the engagement. Plays that, you know, Frederick used to be able to walk a way out of, or even reverse with the Appraiser's Wrath. Those opportunities are far and wide now. Even with the Florin backing him, you just can't stay in the fight long. I mean, he's getting torn apart by everyone he was running into. There's just, I don't know. It's like you said. I just, in my opinion, and I guess in yours, it's not what it used to be, man. You can argue about the viability of it, but it's undeniable. He's not that prime pick now.
No, exactly. The prime pick is definitely not there. I kind of seen that in the very beginning. The nerf is just, it's been so detrimental on him. And again, he's too squishy and relied on that sustainability a little bit too much. So going into this other game, I mean, maybe they'll learn from their mistakes that they've ran into, and we'll see how After Hours can respond to this. Again, this is a BO7-0-2 right now. Team Ace in the lead. I mean, After Hours is really going to have to step it up. Being 2 in the hole is a rough thing to go by.
You know, G, I was just thinking about it. So funny now that you said teammates. For whatever reason, it jogged my memory. But we're truly having like a Wild West showdown. Both of these teams, their players are. So I know Team Ace is a West team, and Aggregate One, if not all, majority of their players are in West. So it's like this wild Western frontier battle we're having between them. And obviously, Ace, with the smoking gun at this point, have been winning all the showdowns at noon. 2-0, like I said, they're dangerously getting closer to match point in the best of sevens here for the tier 9 tournament. And again, we're trying to see what can be done to kind of turn things around. Maybe the denying of the vision, like we were talking about. They do ban out the Franco. They ban out the Kaja this time as well. That hadn't been getting banned out, but I think they're nervous. If he can do this well on Franco, what can he do to us with Kaja, right? But that's going to leave things open. The Raphaelia would be up for grabs here. I'm not sure if After Hours will take it up, but we do know that Ace will, G. So how are you feeling? Do you think this should be the priority pick? Oh, actually, Ace
Bam. Shots fired.
Wow. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, right? I mean, the 3 powerhouses already banned out there now. I mean, this does leave open the Valentina, but they opt to go for the Bashia instead. So now that allows Team Ace here to pull, I mean, the Valentina out. They have viable options here. They could go for the Navaria once again instead of the Valentina, but it's kind of like a 50-50 at that point. I do think the Valentina would be a little bit better.
Time and I'd probably take the Valentina. They do secure their gold lane with Maxi. Maybe you take the Valentina here. Maybe pick up Akai and R3, but no, they're gonna go for Lilia. Because I was thinking maybe they could take it up. Maybe you just deny the Valentina so they can't counter it out, and it gets picked up now. So maybe Akai wouldn't even be a good option for them anymore in the jungle. As After Hours will take that up. So kind of weirded out. Gonna have to see where Ace kind of goes from here into their jungle pathing. But it looks like they're going for the dual mage setup here from the side of After Hours, Ico.
It is true. The dual, I mean, it's a little wild. I mean, the Faramis could possibly be put into the support, and they could also just be playing with our feelings at this point, you know? Kind of looking at the other comp. Sky picks up the Lilia. What we've seen was a dominating force on Team Ace in the very first game. Do they opt to go for that same route this time around? I think they were just playing with our feelings. They do opt to go for the Xborg. I feel like it's a good pick, you know, but they have to find some answers to the Lilia at this point. And are they gonna possibly go the Joy?
They absolutely could. I mean, After Hours did ban out the Franco and Kaja, which is kind of what you need to deal with Joy. She's still a okay pick. I wouldn't say she's just ridiculous anymore, but in a game with no suppression, there is an option to take it. But it seems like they're weighing their options right now. They're not completely certain on what they kind of want to go for. But if they do lock in the Martis, or they lock in the D-Roth, which is kind of the same token. They are looking for the early aggression. You got the Lilia, now the Dyroth. It's looking like a snowball kind of attempt here. Sky does have something to match up very nicely to kind of get out in the rotations. Dyrov is he's literally bred and designed to kind of be that, like, you have to win this matchup over here in XP. I don't care who it is, just take them down. But Ace is kind of honing in on that dual mage that we were talking about, Aiko. So it looks like maybe they want to deny that potentially, going to look to take some mages that can play in that roam position.
That is true. I mean, I was wondering, I was questioning the Navaria ban at this point. I was like, yeah, I mean, they could play it, but how viable would it be? I mean, you really need in this current meta a support or someone that can make those plays, and Navaria is really just like a backline peel, kind of almost equivalent to a very mobile spacey Diggy, you know? Doesn't doesn't get rid of the CC, but definitely can increase the hitbox of the enemy's team. So I think it's a viable ban. Getting rid of the Irithel, getting rid of the Kai, trying to limit out that the roam EXP and the jungle spot kinda.
I'm surprised they went for the Akai ban. It was the jungle pick I was talking about earlier that I thought Team A should take, but at this point when you have Valentina, you have the X-Borg as well. And there's still marksmans that can, obviously shred out kind of those beefy utility junglers. I don't think they needed to anymore because I honestly, just with Valentina, like, if Kai comes for the heavy spin, you drop the heavy spin as well. And now we're playing Beyblades and not Mobile Legends anymore. So I don't think there was really an issue with letting it through, but I guess they're just trying to being better safe than sorry. I mean, they're already down in the series, so maybe just don't want to let anything through that could potentially harm their composition. But Bread, he doubles down on this alpha pick. Honestly, when they pulled it out the first time, I didn't really have a comment on it. I just didn't know where it was going to go. But seeing from game 2, how are you feeling about this alpha for game 3?
I mean, it's there, the true damage. Again, I mean, we've seen the great early invade by Team Ace, so we just need to see that response be avoided onto the side of After Hours, and I think they did that right with the Valair pick. The Valair roam is going to be a huge factor into controlling the very frontal team that we see from Team Ace. Now, they're kind of they're hovering on some type of backline peel because they're going to need it. They're going to need someone that can dive into that backline, take care of that Clint, can possibly jump in and take care of the Valair. If they don't get that, it's probably going to be a little bit of a rough time for Team Ace.
About to see they got to lock in a roam here. They kind of been hovering on the Lolita, but they go for the Minotaur from Martin Aline. Now, that kind of changes things a little bit because he's not exactly going to be great for kind of playing the way they've been using their roam, kind of given the vision, especially before level 4. He's very easy to go ahead and take down with no ultimate, or at least barely bare minimum take out away the flicker. And this is against a Valier as well. So this might be the pick that'll help them not only be able to maybe punish that cross river tendency to give vision on Vinny, but maybe even ultimately kind of turn Marceline into a ragdoll G.
It's true. We'll have to figure out. I mean, it's going to all come down to if they can really get into that backline. The Minnow, though, is going to be a little viable into the early game. I can't wait to kind of see what they can play off into this game as we're going to be going in. Take us in, Deku.
I mean, G, what more can be stated? It's the grand finals for Tier 9. This is the amateur tournament brought to you by NAAT, along with the great organizers over there at Tier 9. And this is After Hours up against Team Ace. 2-0 in advantage in favor for Team Ace. They're looking to get to match point. But G, as we know, After Hour, a team that still can bring it out. This is the Western Showdown that we've all been waiting for.
Western Showdown, I love it. Building a little bit of a story between them, huh? We're like in an end right now. They're in like trying to take them down. Now Team Ace looking like they're already early rotating, trying to already invade the jungle. Look at that. I think this might be the first time I've seen someone attempt to go for the Scarab into the invade over here, already picking off some of the jungle. And we can already see Bread being the one that's being invaded this time around.
Yeah, for once it looks like After Hours is kind of taking the fight to him, and he does secure it, Vinny, with the retribution, so he denies Bread some advancement to level 4. Now punishing him, denying movement. Magic uses the flicker. Now it's a 3v1. Vinny getting caught out a little bit here, but no one's really backing him up. You can see Brett doesn't want to circle around and close. They're going to sacrifice Marceline, but I don't know if it's the right call. Brett not even level 4. That flank around was not a good play, and there goes Madden to pick up a kill as Max was able to find one onto the Valier here, but in the bush, Jin finds him. Clint, line him up, knock him down, shield Unity into the tower. A 2v2, and both of them are able to take one with them.
Yeah, I mean, this Clint's definitely doing a decent amount of early game damage, and now going to be scaling a little bit higher. Again, Boxia now kind of countering the alpha play at this time. You know, alpha is all about the sustainability. They really have to find an answer to the Valier as well. So again, a little bit of a rough play pulling the alpha out this time around. It's not like when they were going against the Fredrin that was kind of out of meta at this point.
Ooh, Kobe gets taken down. It's going to be another kill to the side of After Hours. And already with the early recalls, I don't know if it's the right time to do that. They are still down 2-0, but I guess the excitement is there. They're finally winning out something. Bread caught out a bit. Marceline jumps in between them. Doesn't have level 4, though. I think this hurdle should still go over to Vinny. Bread not able to step up. Magic doing a good job of zoning him, and that will go to Vinny. So right now, Team After Hours in complete control here, Aiko.
Yeah, I mean, every time Bread tries to get in there, the Valier's there and slowing them down, and they don't even have Ice Queen wand just yet. So when that comes, when that happens, it's going to be a little crazy to see, because I feel like the alpha is going to just have tons of trouble. Look, I mean, look, he's already Magic, already trying to peel him. Oh, he's stuck in between the tough spots.
He's stuck. It's definitely a rock and a hard place for him. And just like Magic, he vanishes. He's gone.
He is definitely gone, and that was, I mean, he was getting a little greedy there. Minnow's Fury.
Marceline, the Minoan Fury. 2 Minoan Furies there. Marceline with a double pump, though, but now he's stuck, has nothing left, but he is going to be able to flicker out and disengage. But I guess this is all they really needed. Just didn't want to lose anybody there.
Oh God.
Wait. Glass of Sanity. Lord have mercy. And then the flicker. Should be able to. This guy wants to walk him down, but it's too many reinforcements. Look at top side though. G, hold up. Wait a minute. Western Showdown. Vinny over here soloing Maxi. Now the assistance. The arcane step will close the distance, and Madame Lou's streak is on a killing spree.
We are seeing AF pulling out a little bit of a more aggressive game this time around. Team Ace kind of responding by putting a lot of pressure onto the EXP tower. Again, I think they're having a little bit of a hard time with Maxi in the top lane, and they really have to maybe either support him or swap lanes at this point. Looking like they're going in onto Maxi. 4 of them.
Another great shield Unity. Man, they are abusing the Boxy's mobility and the potential to set up those ganks. Jin will find the tower, and he's 0-0-4. You couldn't have asked for a more peaceful and lovely laning phase. This is what I'd be wanting. Gee, isn't this how you kind of feel you're playing rank? You kind of want your team to help out. This is all we're wanting. But wait a minute, down to the bot side, 2 men are fighting. But wait, this is unfair. No way. Turn the 1v1 into a 2v2, but at this point they're down in the economy, man. They got to do whatever they can. It's the sneaky cheeky tactics, I go.
The sneaky cheeky. The AI duo hitting them with the one-liners.
One-liners, man.
Yeah, and I mean they can't do anything with the gold lane, so they're trying to focus as much as what they can right onto Super Kobe, trying to take out that bottom turret, but they're already early swapping, and you can see AF already anticipating that. The Terrify onto Madam. Minnow.
Oh, you were kind of wondering, right, that Minoan Fear was going to connect, but even after finding the kill, they pick up another tower. And gee, they're going unanswered. There's 2 towers in their favor, and Team Ace has found none so far. After Hours has completely came alive, but wait a minute. Magic forced to use the Vengeance Flame for the free Purify. Terrify onto Kobe, but he can look for the Spectre step. I was wondering if he was going to go for the dive, but Magic already sees him. Uses the Abysm Strike. What was the point of that? Didn't have the flicker. There was no way he was going to connect that, but Vinny rolling around with the shield at Unity. We've been seeing them set up ganks with this. Wondering if they'll make the call here. Bread walks into the bush. I'm not sure if he'll be able to do too much with it. We'll have to force himself away. Actually uses the Spear of Alpha to get out of there. Sky forces to use the Black Boots. He's caught in the Terrify. And right now, After Hours really want this tower, but they have no minions. Speaking of towers, Maxi picks up one uncontested. He's going to go for the recall. No risk here.
They are just going.
Ooh, snap in the jungle. Jin with a quick draw picks up the double kill. Gee, how crazy is it as Bread trades out? We were talking about this Western Showdown, and guess who they pick up? The one and only, the real cowboy here, the Mr. Slinger himself, Mr. Gentleman Clint. You couldn't have asked for a better narrative at this point as they find the outer turret in the mid lane.
I mean, he's 2-0-4. They really have to find a response to him. Sky in a little bit of trouble as the Black Boots are popped.
That was so... You can see it on the map. You can see the coordination there and the shot call. They saw that Lily and were 100% committed to finding the kill. Speaking of finding the kill, Kobe is caught out right now. He goes for the spectration. Caught in the recoil. Abyssal strike. But the only one going to an abyss is him as Jin picks up his third kill of the game. Vinny actually won that turtle in a 50-50 battle as well with Bread. Bread did try to find the kill, just didn't work out. Magic popped the Vengeance Flame. He's kind of aggressive here, a little thirsty, if you will. He's gonna chill out.
I'm gonna get that boy some water. He's showing too many flames.
H2O.
Yeah, and I was about to say, I mean, it looked like Super Kobe Abysm striked himself there. He kind of just vanished the moment it came out. So again, Team Ace is going to have to find that synergy. They were able during all of that time to be able to take a turtle. And again, I mean, it's not a huge lead difference, but they're definitely going to have to find picks where they can. And I mean, we might see a play here. They're kind of waiting and being patient.
I've been a little patient here, but Jin putting on that damage, man, forcing them back. That's potential from the Clint. He's able to reduce a lot of space here. We just see that render shot go out, but they're going to lose the tower again, man. And this is still very in favor of them. But Aiko, we got items being picked up, items already secured. Tell me what's going on here. Anything? Oh, wait, before that happens, Bread, they're going to go ahead and take him down. Almost finds the kill onto Magic there now. Look at Vinny with the shield. Unity lands on the Marceline. He does have the Minoan Fury, but he's not going to be able to use it. Forces the flicker. Tries to use it at the last second, but it's too late, my boy. Double kill for the Searing Torrent, man. The Fireball. The Firebender Magic.
Yeah, I mean, running that alpha into Magic is just rough at this point. A conceal play looking for Sky. Again, the fire.
Maxi, though. Ooh, how did he miss all those AoE skills? That should have been easy to target onto Magic. Venerage goes out almost. Taken down is Maxi. The damage is unreal from the side of After Hours, but Aiko, Lord coming up in less than 10 seconds. We'll see if we'll end up with a real Western Showdown soon enough, or if they'll completely surrender it over to After Hours.
I mean, we're seeing a different tempo this time around by Team Ace. After Hours definitely controlling this, and I think it comes down to just the Bashia roam and then the Clint. You know, the Clint's very unexpected. The damage out from the Clint is insane, and I don't think Team Ace suspected that. Now, again, they still have a lot of their towers. They're looking for a pickup in the top lane. But while all of that is going down, the Lord is going to be going to After Hours. They just have to mount up a good defense. I do think they have a little bit of late game security, but they need to stop team fighting at this point. They have to fight under their own neutral objectives, secure their towers, don't let them fall, and then maybe they can do an epic comeback. But it's gonna come down to them making these key plays and those decision factors. I think the problem that we had is Maxi only has one item at this point, the BOD, and that is rough for your gold lane.
Yeah, and with no penetration. Wait, Vinny's rolling right in with the shield unit. He actually found a Maxi. Now stuck in the wall. Going Pierce goes down, finds the huge knockdown, but they still have the economy. Nimbru's passion as well. Vinny finds a kill. The Kobe Bread takes down Vinny. Last sending it over the wall. Cyan will facilitate a kill over to Magic, but he might be taken out as well. Losing immortality, but in the backside. Arcane from Madame Lou's Streak. Again, closing the distance to take out Maxi. Looking for the kill on Sky as well. Madame Lou's Streak on a Madame Kill Streak, and Jin and company will walk this one down. The Western Frontier has finally been having a shakeup as they'll take this and make it a 2-0 to a 2-1.
A 2-1 indeed. Trying to run that alpha back might have not been the best call by Team Ace. Also, running into the Valair, I feel like was a rough thing to do, right? I mean, that was definitely who I would kind of give the MVP to, but Batum lose streak here, 7-0-9, doing a decent amount of damage for their team, and this is what a Valentina should be doing.
He held that kill streak the whole match, G. No deaths at all were taken, and honestly, kind of showing who was it? Their mid lane over. Oh no, actually no. Batum Lushik was the one that was kind of struggling. Or no, Magic was. So actually showing his own team how to use the Valentina there. A little nudge, nudge. But G, they took that game and ended at the 10-minute and 47 mark. They absolutely steamrolled in a pretty bad position as they came into game 3 there.
Yeah, and I mean, they played it out really well. I think that Team Ace got a little bit too confident in being 0-2 that they kind of fell into quite a few traps. And after hours, they're taking these losses to the chin, right? They're not being knocked down. They're not taking the morale decrease. They're taking it as a morale boost. You punch me in the face, I'm coming back stronger.
It was like plus 10 to chemistry with them losing there. And honestly, you know, I kind of want to maybe focus on something that happened in game 3 in the draft there. That Minotaur actually ended up having the bronze in the last match. I'm not sure, especially because it was last pick. They had a lot of, they had potential to set up a roam that actually would have worked a little better. I'm not sure if taking the Minnow was a great idea into so much hope, because Minotaur's not really looking for the engage, right? He's really good on the counter engage, but they never had to really full send it. I mean, you have Clint, you have Valir, and you have X-Borg. This is all a lot of damage over time being applied. They don't really have to step up too much for this. Marceline was just getting poked down. We even saw him one time being forced to flicker. He didn't even use the Manon Fury until the very last second because there was never that much engagement allowed for him to even make that possible. I'm thinking Team Ace really, especially if you're going to move Rome that far down, which I don't disagree with, but if you're going to put Rome there, you have to be able to play it as a counter pick. But speaking of picks, G, Nolan was let through here, and we've seen what he can do, but what are your thoughts? What's your take on this?
Well, my take is that the ban and pick phase for the first phase went really fast. I don't even know if they were thinking about what was going on. They banned the Kaja, the Franco. The Nolan is definitely a solid pick here. There's not too many of the supports available at this point, but this time around, to be honest, I mean, why not? Pick your own poison here. Go with the Bashia, kind of go out into the early stage. The Navario would also be a decent pick as the Valentina is banned. Now, by the side of AF, or even for the side of Team Ace, one of them could possibly pull out the Faramis for that sustainability. Team Ace was losing in some of the team fights in that last game, and I think it was just they fell right into the trap of AF, and now they need to clap back.
This is really scary for Vinny because Team Ace just locked in that dual true damage threat with the X-Borg and the carry. Now you got to worry about the last Insanity. Now you got to worry about the speedy light wheels, and really have to worry about carry in general because even her, her passive besides speedy light wheels, it's pretty much all true damage coming your way towards Vinny. And we saw how they played with Vinny. He opened up a lot of the engagements, right, with the shield unity. So that means he's going to be first to receive the damage. And I'm not sure if he can withstand Kobe and Maxi's dual threat here with the type of damage they can dish out. But it looks like they are trying to lead into very high pick-off potential. We know how Boxy Navaria works, right, with the Astral Echo. You give the vision, you let Boxy roll out, as we like to use them as kind of Autobots moment, and find them with the shield unity. And this is also interesting here, G. The Earthel gets locked in for them. She's been banned out quite a bit. We haven't really got to see her too much. I think they got to play it one time here in the series. But now, getting to see it again, how are you feeling about the matchup between Carrie and Earthel? I haven't seen this matchup too much.
Well, I mean, to be honest, the Carrie has that frontal damage, and I mean, Earthel has that range and that peel, right? So, I mean, the carry can kind of fall into that, especially paired with the sprint on AF. It could be a problem. I think it's going to be when it comes into the mid to late game that the carry is going to really shine here.
She definitely could. And honestly, I feel like that's the case for both of them. I think what we really need to see if we want to kind of see, especially carry to shine more in the late, what type of roam do we get here from Team Ace? Because we know she's very pick off, right? She's very single target. She's not kind of dealing out that AoE damage like Jin can do when he lets go of the heavy crossbow. So we'll have to see if they can lock in something that can kind of bring the kills to carry, right? Franco's already been banned out, Kaj has been banned out, and so has Edith. So not a lot of single target options kind of left out there. I think some of the roams that kind of go best would carry if they go for the set. Maybe you pick up something like a Cho if they're very inclined for that. Maybe something even like a Kufra. He can find the single sets, but also bring in the AoE. I'm also wondering maybe. Do you think Team Ace, they at this point now that maybe even look to double down, pick up a nah, they can't do that. Not I was gonna say Minnow, but Minnow they can't pull out the Minnow again. I don't think it's trustworthy.
I wouldn't go for it. I mean, you got too much true damage going on. You're just gonna get bursted down at this point. Right now, I mean, for a roam, again, I just think what better option than maybe even a Faramis, right? Like pull out the Faramis on the side of Team Ace. You still haven't secured that mid lane that'd just give you that extra sustainability that we'd like to see. And then even we see quite a bit of backline on the side of AF, so they're gonna have to respond to that, right? Super Kopi's gonna have to be diving into the backline, utilizing that last insanity. So maybe we see a roam that's able to get into that backline at Edith. I was gonna say, but it ended up getting banned out. Damn. So not really having to worry about that.
And I mean, they're banning out everything. Even the Kufra was one of the ones I mentioned, but they banned that with their last ban. So they've completely eliminated pretty much all those single target roams. Again, the only thing really kind of left, if you still want to play that way, is the Cho. And I mean, you kind of need it. We've seen Carry matched up with these AoE roams, and it never really works out that well because you make these big sets, and then it's just single target on your carry here. Now, granted, they do have Kobe, they do have Bread with AoE damage, but those aren't really the ones you're looking to bring on that type of damage, especially with your jungle with Bread. He's kind of more in and out, kind of weaving around, and really focused on landing retributions later on. And, you know, Kobe's more of a finisher, right? You still need someone to pump out that damage first. So very concerned. That's going to be my main focus point here for Team Ace is the roam, man. This roam they take has to be phenomenal at setting up these fights. I'm just not sure what they can do here, Aiko. Do you have a guess at this point?
I mean, a lot of roams have been banned this time around. Again, there's the Faramis. I suspect that the Faramis being one of those best picks that they could go for because it's going to carry the carry at this point. You're going to have to utilize that sustainability to just allow them to pop off. A Grok? I would say it's, well, that is a great roam to go with here.
Didn't even think about that.
There's just so many heroes.
Yeah, you know, I think it's more like it's been a while since I've seen Grok get picked, but he absolutely does fit the bill for that single target with the wall charge, and he can also still set up for the AoE. He has the dive potential to go in with Bread, go in with Kobe, go in with Sky, and he can get out with this Rams with the Colt Ultra. So I think that was a really good pickup for them. Hey man, that's why they're playing, because I wasn't even thinking about that at that point. I think things were just very grim at that point. I was losing all hope from the lane to pick off Rome. But the draft's been locked in. Aiko, we haven't really kind of bet it. You know, it's kind of our thing to kind of root for them. But if you're looking at these, which draft are you looking for? Yeah, man, you know it's time. It's time for the AI. It's our place bets here.
I mean, right now I'm gonna just go for. I mean, it's a rough go. I think it's gonna just rely on magic on this Rome Valaire if he can pull it through. So I mean, I'm gonna go with Team Ace this time around. What do you think?
I'm feeling Ace as well, man. Their composition is pretty lethal. And not to mention, they were able to secure and lock in the Nolan. Now, I'm not sure how good Bread is with it. We've only seen him on some weird things like Alpha had it twice in a row. Not exactly the same category as a Nolan, but we have seen Nolans, of course, internationally and abroad that have really wreaked havoc when able to be slotted. So given that, I'm right there with you. But, gee, what time is it?
We're going to be going into match 4 here of the Tier 9 tournament. supported by the NAAT as well as sponsored by E Project, aka Moonton here with the diamond prize pool. So big shout out. We're gonna be seeing if they can hold it here. Now Team Ace is already 2 to After Hours 1, so we're not into a sweep here. They've secured a win. AF is now trying to tie it up here, and let's see if they can bring it to the Land of Dawn. Ooh.
Ooh. Red already stepping up from his damage onto Magic. He definitely needs to be careful because this isn't kind of like that fighter jungler anymore. This is basically an assassin, and this is a mage that Magic's playing. So he actually absolutely has to respect not only the damage but the spacing for this. But now Marceline, just using that power of nature, can be stunned. He might have to flicker here with the CC, and he does over the turtle wall, but Shield of Unity from Vinny. Knows he can't stun him with the power of nature back up, so they're going to go ahead and back away. But they do force a pretty important spell. Wait a minute. Shadow Stampede forces another flicker, so both roams down a spell.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to watch out for that Shadow Stampede because it can be, I mean, a stampede into your lineup, so, and pulling you to an area you don't want to be. Now, both teams kind of filling each other out. We're not seeing an insane aggressive comp from this side away, but Vinny might be into trouble.
He is stuck right now. Vinny gonna have to try to fight his way out. Avoids the fire missiles. He's able to get away with the ultimate, the lava trail. Good snipe from Madam. No one falling though. Some execution strikes. Revenge strike sign with the flicker. Tried to close together to find the kill, but now he'll be punished. Fred looking to take him out. Kobe will get the first blood.
That boy just hit the Matrix right there. Dodged that shot by Madam. Again, I think that was a little bit of a bait there for Bread to kind of scale, but Kobe was able to take the kill instead. So we got to watch out. Magic, a 1v3 here.
Ooh, caught by the wall charge. He didn't have the level 4. Now he pops it, but it's a little too late. Kobe takes his second kill of the game here.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious if Kobe pulled out like a basketball player, like a Ballmon EXP,
like
you know, with the skin. Yeah.
Yeah. That's that AI says that synergy right there. We already knew.
I was like, hold on here, Kobe.
That definitely would be perfect. But I mean, I go again up 2-0, obviously up 1,000 as Brett adds to the economy. He picks up his kill. What at this point, because it's already starting to slip away, they got to be able to staunch the bleeding. What's the thought process here from Team Ace? What can they do here? I mean, not Team Ace, from Team After Hour. What can they do to kind of right the wrongs right now before he gets out of hand?
Well, Magic's going to have to stop getting caught off guard as Nolan's taking advantage of him. Not being able to properly, you know, be a roam is there. And it just, I mean, Nolan's a very frontal, heavy assassin, but Magic's kind of just falling into that early pressure. Oh, the wild charge did hit the wall, but didn't knock up anybody just yet. But look, Bread coming in, the flicker utilized by Magic. Again, now we're seeing they're just going to have to protect Jhin at this point and rely on the late game. Oh, my God.
Oh, Bread. The damage. Searing Torrent comes out to create some space. The Netherrealm has been popped. Not taking a lot of damage here. Good barrier wall goes out. Fractures used from Bed. Not able to find the kill. Magic stuck, though. Was literally between a rock and a hard place. Speedy Light Wheels from Maxi chipping away. Not finding the kill here, Aiko, but they do find some tower plating. Might even be able to take it all the way.
Might be. They are getting a little bit of poke, though, on a Marcelin here.
He popped the Vengeance Flame. You could tell he wanted to do a little bit more. Just doesn't have the damage to look at him. Blue Streak trying to line it up. He's going to miss the mark. Won't pick up the
Kobe.
Kobe would be insulted at that point. Kobe was hitting shots, but wait a minute. Then he rolls out the Shield of Unity and picks up the kill. Now Kobe's smiling. He actually hit the shot this time, but also Kobe doesn't like to pass the ball. I don't think he'd be okay with that assist, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, don't want to study of the fans, but able to finally get their first kill on the board here, G.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they needed. The pressure being applied into the top lane. We can kind of take a look at some items while nothing's really going on. The All's Claw is picked up at the Earthil, so that early the game sustainability is going to be there. The Corrosive Scythe picked up by Max, so a killing spree engaged.
Red locks in with the Wild Charge combination. They should be able to take out Vinny, and they will. Double kill for Bread ahead of the turtle. No one to really step up here and contest. There's no way to challenge that. It's going to be a free neutral objective with those 2 kills. But wait a minute, Magic. G, you told him one of the conditions is to not get caught out, but I don't think he's hearing you, as Maxi will lock and find his first kill of the game.
Yeah, I will say that they're kind of utilizing the aggressiveness of Magic. Where they've seen last game that the taunting's kind of really getting to him, and he wants to show it to him. But now they're utilizing that to their advantage.
You can see right there how the poke from the X-Board is really affecting Sion here. He's already half HP, and it wasn't even like a full engagement. But wait a minute. Magic stepping up a little aggressive here. You told him you kind of need to be careful. You can see Sky patiently waiting to grab anyone with that Shadow Stampede, and Magic obviously a prime target. But they're contesting over onto the purple buff. I'm not sure if he's able to secure. Kobe goes in with the last insanity onto Magic. Again, almost falls here. He has to start respecting some proper spacing at this point, G.
I mean, Bread's definitely making him pay for it. The quick dashes in, and the Valair can't really dodge it. And then the strikes just come out, and it's 1, 2, 3, and he's gone. We are gonna already see Bread's level 11, where Magic is what, level 6? You know, so almost double level. And if Bread ever catches him off guard, it's gonna be a problem. But look at the top lane.
The Ice Retribution went out. The snipe, the Astral Recall will break the armor, and then Magic will step up and pick up a kill. But down to the bot side, able to trade it out immediately and find the tier 2 down in bot lane, as Sion will join us up here at the caster's desk.
Conceal play.
Conceal play here. Bread forces out the flicker. And that's the fear, that's the threat level right now, like you said, with that level advantage, without him even making contact, even being close enough, get out and go.
Yeah, I mean, Bread's scaling really well in the jungle. And again, I mean, we can even look at little Vinny, level 9. And that's something that they really need to focus on, is helping their jungle at this point. But again, when you have a Valair, it's kind of hard. Again, he's just kind of like more of a support than a really like a playmaker.
I mean, I couldn't agree with you more at that point with that statement. And wow, gee, looking at this scene, the third turtle spawn in, it really makes you realize all this action has happened under the 8-minute mark. We haven't even got to a first Lord. I'm actually surprised that Team Ace is taking the turtle. They could just back away and let the Lord spawn in, but they just want to go for more. Launch charge from Marceline. The last insanity from Kobe with another realm. Might be able to sandwich Cyan and go to the penalty zone. What a set with the flicker, but Bread will still take him down with Gauge and Expansion and the Fracture. Members falling left and right. Maxi takes down the kill onto Vinny, and that's going to be a trade of 1 for 2 in favor of Team Ace.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the sustainability that the Fairness offers here. Now, the Fairness going with the Purify, a little wild, I would say. I mean, he's definitely there for the support, trying to put it down onto Magic. I'm guessing trying to avoid a lot of the flames, and this is where the Purify might come into hand as he's low and the Purify is popped.
Unfortunately for him, the Magic has his own Purify, right? With the Vengeance Flame able to break away. He also had the Flicker too. Never really in trouble. Ooh, what a snipe from Madam Blue Streak. Didn't get to see it hit, but you did see the HP bar on Sky drop down pretty significantly there. So Madam Blue Streak obviously starting to do a little bit of damage there. Kind of wondering what those items are looking like at this point in the game.
Yeah, taking a look at some of the items, we see a lot of physical defense being bought by the Boxy at this point. I would say like major factors is the Hunter Strike is picked up, as well as the Blade of Hep and Malefic Roar for Bread. So again, he's looking for that early poke, that early penetration to take apart. Look, Magic possibly gonna fall.
Bread eviscerates him there, and you called out the 3 items that he had. The Hepta, the Malefic, the Hunter. He's completely glass cannon right now, but he's making everyone else look like glass, because he hasn't even taken a death. He's 7-0-2, and that can't be understated.
Yeah, and this is why you don't let Nolans get past the ban and draft phase here. And sometimes when you're focused on the big three supports, you kind of forget that he is a force to be reckoned with into the land of Dawn. Now, they're going to have to really shut him down if they want to try something. Look at this Lord just being eradicated.
I mean, when you got a carry free hitting with speedy light wheels, I feel like anything will get shredded that hard, and the Lord is no different. Now, they do have some top tower pressure up there. Kobe's forced to use the last insanity sign. We'll go ahead and go for the penalty zone, but he gets completely outplayed. What maneuver could possibly be smoother as Bread
1
almost
HP.
finds the kill off the side. You literally can't even see his HP bar, G, and that's how low he was taken.
I don't know how he survived that, to be honest, man. He took so many punches and rolled with them. Somehow able to make it out with 1 HP was insane. And I think they utilized a decent amount of utility there to put pressure onto Sion. And now they're going to have to, you know, wait it out to push these towers in. They need to utilize this Lord. If they can pierce in, it's going to be huge for them. Oh, my God.
Red. Oh, my.
The speed.
What is that?
Oh!
Launch Marceline will open up the tower siege. Sky will take down Vinny. The Nether Realm was out. No one will fall except for Bread, but he's already done the damage. Maxi picked up a kill as well. Madam Lou Streak will trade
the minions.
back. Maxi, double kill for the gold later. And that was a crazy fight. But again, 4-2, a great trade. Maxi, what are you doing, my boy? You'll see him lining you up, almost taken out. But they do win out on the trade.
Ooh. He's almost diving into every shot.
Crazy.
Wild. I mean, they did defend the base properly. A very aggressive play there by Team Ace into this game. It is 15-5, so I understand with a 10K gold lead, make some of those risky plays. You know, you never know. You might come out on top, but in this time around, you kind of gave AF a little bit of breathing room. Now, again, this is the time that they need to focus on cleaning a little bit of the jungle up. Kobe, very taunting, and Magic kind of revealing his position there.
Did reveal, and with that, did take a little bit of poke damage from the Ghostbusters. Look at this setup here from Marceline and Maxi. They really want anyone, doesn't even matter who, to step up. Jin shows himself to the minions. He could go for the concealed play. Sky reveals Magic. Still waiting in the bush patiently. They haven't been revealed. Jin could be in trouble here, G, if they don't get any vision, but so is Sky, forcing the pier 5, and there it goes. That's the setup. Patiently waiting. Maxi and Marceline will finally connect the duo ambush.
Yeah, and they wanted Bread there too as well. Look at Kobe. He's not even playing the game at this point. He's playing the taunting game.
Totally different mindset. Look at Bread. He gets denied this time with the steering torn, but you can tell PTSD in effect for Magic.
Yeah, I mean, he felt that. Felt that, but Navaria kind of coming online. Lord is in evolved now. We don't see too many antiques picked up here or any Athenas, so I mean, not too much defense built onto the side of Team Ace. They're looking for pure damage at this point. The jungle kind of online. Look at that, 10.4k gold. They're gonna have to really watch out. The Lord's gonna be uncontested. Magic gonna get stampeded.
He needs to be careful here. Kobe, look, he's still playing the taunt game. He's really not playing around anymore. He's been playing the top half of the map, and he's like, look, if anyone wants to come my way, you can, but I'm not going down there and engaging in these silly team fights, man. I just want to brawl out right now.
He is. He's trying to take on the whole team, man. AF could possibly utilize this time with the taunts to make a play, but it also could be a play that sends them to the caster's desk.
Ooh, Vintage playing with top. Kobe finally gets to take his 1v4 moment. Marceline with a flicker wild charge. Jin will be taken down by Super Kobe. What an engagement. Penalty zone, but he is erased as soon as he appears on the screen. G2 towers will fall because of it. Luminous Lord is there, and they are lacking members for the defense. It's just Magic, Vinny, and Madam Lou's Streak, but it's just Ace locking onto the base, and they will go up 3-1 in this best of 7.
Wow.
Victory!
Wow.
Wow. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
Put wow up on the screen and walk
wow. Speechless.
Wow.
That's the AI for you, you know. Now kind of looking at what happened here. I think again they AF was just a little bit too, they seen how well the Valair pulled into the last game, but they didn't suspect that the Nolan by Bread would just be such a breadwinner for the side of Team Ace.
Bars, real rap. We need that back in the game, man. But I mean, yeah, Bread, and this kind of goes back to, man, just kind of letting things through that really shouldn't be given up. I mean, Nolan's still in that place where we know he's kind of one of the patch OPs. Hasn't had a lot of time out there on the playing field for teams to really develop too many counter strats. There was no counter picks here from the side of After Hours, so I'm not really sure why they were comfortable letting it go. I mean, it's also one of those games in draft, right, where it's something I kind of encourage teams to kind of practice or work on, right? When you give up these type of picks, what are you getting back in return, right? They went for the Navaria, which is they secured a Navaria for a Nolan, and I just don't think that's a great trade. You gave up a pick that is extremely strong at assassinating targets for a squishy mage that is easy for said assassin to target, right? So it doesn't really make sense that you would give that up and think you kind of won out in the trade there in the draft. And that's one of those things you kind of got to work on, that I would like to see from Team After Hours. And looks like they learned their lesson. Sometimes the hardest lesson is the best one, man. They banned it out this time.
Yeah, I mean, they do have to watch out, though. I mean, banning out the Nolan is going to leave open a couple opportunities for Team Ace to pick up something possibly very powerful. So they have to watch out for the Angela. Now, I'm not sure if you watched the grand finals that I casted earlier. There was a lot of baiting that was happening. So many teams were so focused on securing that Valentina that they would actually force the team to pick a Matilda, force them to pick like a very power heavy pick, but then like they just know that the other team's not going to be able to play a Matilda at that high tier level. So again, a lot of teams have to come into this game kind of thinking about that, right? Can the other team play the Matilda? It's been banned multiple times. Can you even get into that? Now, again, the Matilda is banned already, but I mean, we got to see, sometimes you got to set up some of those times. I mean, this is like a chess game, you know, give someone a piece so you can actually get something yourself.
And I'm wondering if we're going to get a piece of that holy healing action, because again, Raphaelia's on the board here, one of the last big three supports left available, and you can see Team After Hours thinking about it, but that doesn't make sense. They go for the X-Borg, offer up the Raphaelia, which is a counter into the X-Borg. Ace can look to take this, and we know that they do use it. Marceline played it game one. I'm wondering what the thought process is here. I would assume Ace should go for the lock here. But they're going to go for Navaria here in the hands of Sky. We'll see if maybe they go for the Wrap or maybe play something else. Maybe Dare here. Maybe Dare decided After Hours to go for it. Like you said, kind of that bait stuff. Maybe they have something for it.
Yeah, right. I mean, we'll kind of see AF picking up the X-Borg. The X-Borg definitely was played by Team Ace pretty well. So I want to see if they're going to be able to pull out the X-Borg at a high quality, just like Team Ace did. Now, the Navaria kind of being picked on the field, as well as the Raft being left open as well. Again, such power picks here. I mean, if they do go with an Earthel or anything like that, I mean, they're going to have the speed, they're going to have the sustainability and the power to take on anything that AF throws at them.
And I mean, again, this is just one of those things. What are we taking and what are we giving up? We take a pick that's pretty strong, but we also gave up a pick that's strong in the patch, and it's a counter to what we prioritized for first pick. So again, it's something that you really have to kind of work on as a team here, collectively kind of figuring it out. I know a lot of the teams aren't exactly the best or experienced with drafting. It's mainly just the 5 players kind of putting their brain cells together, kind of like us, G, you know, the AI desk. We just kind of put the one brain cell and the other brain cell, and we try to come up with the best results. It doesn't always work out. You know what I mean? That's why we're the AI desk, man. But,
what?
You kind of expect a little bit more. Yeah, that's crazy. Right, I know. Right? Go ahead.
Are they gonna like? So what I can kind of see here is that maybe they're trying to force Team Ace into running that alpha once again, so Magic can again pick up the Valere and show that dominance. Now, if they do pick up that alpha, the Raph is there, right? You have that speed, you can get around a lot of that fire and that slow that he does offer. And I mean, if you pick up a Yuzong, pick up a Charizla, you're gonna be seeing that deep dive on the side of Team Ace. So picking up this Fredrin when it wasn't really a critical playmaker into one of the games that we've seen, I just don't know. I don't know. We'll find out.
I think Team Ace right now is completely like landsliding in the first half of the draft. After hours, I'm serious, man. After hours, was looking at the battle.
I banned it.
And look, Ace is 10 steps ahead of them right now. They're getting the better picks. They're setting up the better matchups. They're banning out things. I mean, After Hours is looking very predictable at this point. You can see now After Hours is trying to go for the boxing ban, trying to limit out some utility. But we know, again, they could lock in the alpha, and it's even better this time because there's no Valier. Even though they had the Raphaelia to help out, but it's even 10 times sweeter at this point for them to lock it in. So I just feel like right now Ace is they're just too far ahead of After Hours in the draft, G.
Yeah, they really have to think about what type of mage that they want as well. So they need their mage and they need their roam, and you can already see that they're, you know, banning out one roam, banning out one mage, technically two mages if depending on how you flex it. Now AF trying to ban out the jungle because we see that Team Ace really needs that that jungle pick. Now again, the alpha is still a viable role or a viable hero to pick. But, I mean, they still have the Martis paired with the Raph. Could be a really good early game comp. I mean, you're looking at a Fredrin that really, if invaded early, can be punished, as well as Clint, right? Clint is going to have a little bit of a hard time there. Khalid, we seen a Khalid earlier today in my casting, just monster a team, man. I mean, he was like jumping in 1v3s, taking out all of them. And I mean, that's what the Raging Sandstorm offers alongside that sustainability. So again, the Charizla is still open, but also Khalid is a wonderful pick here if they do attempt to go for that.
And I mean, I think they're really trying to just open up maybe this full-on aggression if they do lock in the Khalid. He fits in that same boat we were talking about earlier with the Dire-Off, right? You kind of put him in lane and you're like, look, just win, right? All you have to do is bring the damage that you have and kind of win it out. Right now, it's like maybe weighing their options, maybe look to maybe get a further read on what they want to use for their XP. Ooh. They go for the Diggy. Immediate response here from After Hours here with the Diggy. Might lock it in with the Ferrari, which is going to be a very heavy utility team, utility-driven team here, and they do pick that up, Icon. Now, do you feel like maybe this second half After Hours might have played the draft a little bit better here?
I mean, right now I do. I mean, the Diggy is such a clutch pick, but again, I mean, they just need a little bit of burst here. I mean, with a roam, they're going to really have to think about it. Well, I guess they're going for the EXP, so... Or the jungle, my bad. There's the Harith, the one and only Mobile Wolf, technically, a.k.a. Bread now, picking up the secret pick. And that's what I was trying to go at, right? Trying to get at. The burst is what you need, and guess what Harith provides?
A lot of bursts, a lot
bam!
Of hurt. And wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Bread bringing it in the only way he knows how, which is
the bread winner.
Right? But the bread winner way. But this is honestly, I mean, this is pretty crazy. You know, we're talking about these sneaky, cheeky picks, and this is definitely one of those. You don't really think about Harith anymore. And not only that, that means the Akai is going to be playing in the XP lane, it looks like, in the hands of Kobe, which is even crazier, I'd imagine, than Harith Jungle, G.
Yeah, definitely. Now, we are going to be diving into we're into game 5. This would be match point right here for Team Ace. If they can take this this win here, they do take the dub. Now, this tournament is supported by the NATT via production as well as Moonton with the prize pool. So again, big shout out to everybody that puts in a lot of work behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, aka me and Quirky here, the AI duo. What a steal by Sky! That is not what you want to see in the early game.
Speaking of Sky, I guess After Hours should have been looking up for that one. Completely caught off guard, and that's one way to start the game out. And another steal on a creep. Look at the Vinny is only going to be securing the big purple creep because he lost the orange and the small on that buff. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Just barely getting level 2. Brett already looking to possibly secure the level 4. The lethal does go for Vinny, though. He's just getting something there. Hold up here. Hold up here. Is this an Akai EXP?
Yeah, that's what I said when we were loading in.
What?
G.
No, I didn't even. I was too focused on the intro that I didn't even notice the Kai EXP.
He had to go somewhere. They already had Raphaelia. They put the hair
I
in the
mean,
jungle. It's only so much space to work with.
You never know. I see it. You know, you could have been. There could have been anything. It could have been a Navaria EXP. You know, who knows?
I think it's even more important to note that he's broken the armor of Cyan twice in the 1v1 with the Akai XP. So it's clearly working out for him, which is even more impressive than the fact that it's there in the first place. But Magic with the Shadow Stampede, he was looking for a little bit of damage, but actually ends up eating a bit of it on his own. Now, Turtle spawning in G, both XPs looking for level 4, as well as the mid laners. Kobe's going to look to pick it up. I have to tell you, with the heavy spin in the XP Akai, while it's a little strange, now at this point, all he has to do is lock in the heavy spin and just let Bread secure. He doesn't have to focus on anything else. He doesn't have to go for the heavy spin and retribution. But over here,
that is wild.
only retribution used.
Kobe.
Marceline will be taken out by Signs with a 1-for-1 trade, but Kobe in the midst of it. Now, this is the thing. Don't worry about Vinny. Oh, nah, he's got to surrender, man. Too much poke damage. What is Magic doing? No one's there going for the secure. Now he's going to waste the Nether Realm. Bread will take it up. Now he's going on. Doesn't have the Zalman, of course, but he doesn't have a lot of shield to work with. Vinny will stop him in his tracks, and they'll go ahead and disengage there.
Yeah, look at this rotation by Jin early. Just trying to, you know, get that mid lane farm. Again, if a wave does crash into the turret, that's going to force the mid lane to lose a little bit here. Am I seeing a mid lane Diggy as well and a roam Faramis? This is... We are seeing some cheeky plays here.
Yeah, when we say sneaky cheeky, I don't think this is a better example of what we mean, man. This is a lot of gimmicky role setups, a lot of gimmicky picks. But right now, both of the teams are going to bank on them. Gee, I guess it can't be understated. It is 3-1, right, in Team Ace's favor. So at this point, Ace trying to catch him off guard to win, and after hours trying to catch him off guard to get back in this series. So it kind of makes sense why everyone's playing this way.
I mean, I like to say you gotta risk it for the biscuit, right? I mean, no risk, no reward.
When you're up against Bread, you absolutely gotta risk it for the biscuit. Quite literally.
That is true. Last Insanity.
Spin comes out. Last Insanity, both big ults being used. Not really going to do too much there, but now with them missing, does mean any engagement down on the bot side of the map could be a little wonky, a little strange here. But with Lord coming up in about 30 seconds, they should both get their ultimates back in time, so it shouldn't be anything too crazy. But wait a minute, Sky getting a little aggressive with the Astral Echo. Wanted to land something recall. They're actually creating space and pressuring down in the EXP lane while Maxi is taking pressure as well.
Yeah, but look at this pressure they're applying onto that gold plating. We kind of seen this before. Maxi kind of gets left alone up there. But, oh my, 1 HP.
That was almost nasty for them. But again, the Diggy, the interaction in between the Diggy and Brody might have been his saving grace there. But this is a turtle contest here. Magic being caught out. Does he not have the Nether Realm? He does, but he's trying to save it, trying to wait. Keep patient, using for the team. Kobe with the lockdowns we were talking about. He just has to focus on the heavy spin. It comes out a little too early, though. Now Bread's being engaged on, but will he still go for it? Vinny will go ahead and pick up the Sakir sign, takes the kill on to Bread, spreading the butter thin on him. They can look for an aggressive play. Magic with a flicker. A little anticlimactic. Didn't have the Shadow Stampede, right? Kobe with a slam dunk.
Oh, the bunny!
Well, I guess we know what's stronger in between a bunny and a panda. I don't think anyone expected that one, but there you go. There's the answer. Welcome to National Geographics.
Oh, man, he could not run any faster. A little Chucky there, a little chubby. I mean, the bunnies are definitely killer into this game.
They are. That is what they are. There's some killer bunnies here, man. They look sweet and cuddly. It's like a Sour Patch, you know? First they're sour, then they're sweet. But in this case, it's kind of hard to get to the sweet portion. Holy Retribution from Marceline. A lot of damage taken out by Jin with a quick draw and a quick fall from him. But here comes Brent with the retaliation. Doesn't have the Zalman force, but he now. Oh, there he goes. Now he drops it. Jin misses the recoil, and Brent will take him out. Meanwhile, Magic into the backside will find a Maxi, so it's an even trade for them. Oh no, reverse time on the bread, and we know he doesn't have the Zombie
Magic.
Force. Pulled by, no, oh, how did he win the Shadow Stampede? What was he waiting on? Pull the trigger!
I mean, I guess those steeds just didn't have enough stamina there to pull him back. Able to dodge and dip out of there.
They're not purebred stallions. That's the problem.
Those aren't the Clydes. Oh, we got a technical pause here. Interesting.
Pause, man.
Kind of wonder what's going
action, on. In more ways than one. For the pause and what we're watching here with with the game. But I mean, I guess with kind of the pause and all that, I guess we kind of speak. It's still even here, man. It's 17.8K to 17.6K. Neither team really having a lead besides the 1+1 tower advantage over here to the side of Team After Hours. What does either team need to kind of break away at this point to kind of develop that lead?
Well, I mean, kind of looking at what's going on here is that, I mean, after hours are leading in kills, right? So they're having the advantage in team fights. They also have advantage right now in turrets, right? So they just got to keep this up. They might not be leading in the economy just yet, but again, every little lead that you do get will keep stacking on top of that. Now, and they can't forget about the normal objective of the game, and that is just laning. And laning into the phase is huge into this early stage, right? Like if you're missing a wave, you're missing that EXP, you're missing that gold. So they just can't forget about all of that information, and they got to remember their roots, right? What brought them here? What brought them to 6 kills versus 3?
I mean, I feel like what you're saying there is definitely resonating. Now, the players here have to come up with the same conclusion and have the same thought process, but that's always the thing, right? It's a lot easier for us to do it, but in the heat of battle, how clear is the thought process? Where's the mentality and the focus at the discipline? And that's what we're going to have to see here from After Hours if they want to be able to win this game. And it's a do or die, right? They're facing elimination at this point. Oh, reverse time. And now Magic Shadow Stampede tried to close the distance to go ahead and supplement a kill. Now look at this, Kobe. But the heavy spin onto Magic. What a punishing.
Nice.
Pin onto the wall. Very nice. Oh, wait a minute, Brandon. He's feeling dangerous. Holy Retribution. The Zombie Force drops down. Energy Eruption with the taunt. Look at the damage from Clint with a double shot in the grenade bombardment. Not able to find the kill, but now Cyan joins in. But Maxi, he's looking for the backside. Flickers in with the Abyss Impact, but again, the time journey will negate the
stand.
Flicker Shadow Stampede. Turtle is still up for grabs. It just got reset. See, has been taken out by Jin. He's going to win the 1v1 in between the marksmen. And now Bread with his Almond Force looking for the fight, but the Nether Realm will help them. Sky picks up the double kill, and Bread will fall after taking down Magic. And what an engagement, G1-4-3. You gotta like that. That's just good, man.
Yeah, I mean, really all you lost, but look at Vinny in the bush looking for the retry!
What a play of the walking Petrify. No way he's able to win that. And you know what, G? I think we just had another animal interaction. That's the tortoise versus the hare. A bit of patience, if you will, can win the race slow and steady.
Man, I mean, that is something that they're going to have to watch out. Another technical pause being thrown out there. Again, they're going to have to watch out for this, right? Again, still 7-7, though they did take quite a few kills there, and that brought the economy leaning into the neutral zone now. Now it's going to be interesting to see here. What we need from the side of Team Ace is them to look. They're going to have to, they need to show, well, what am I getting at? They need the roaming capability of Marceline, right? They need to get that vision. They need to secure the area before taking on a neutral objective like that and then losing the retry battle.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow, Jin, the 2-for-1. The tower and the kill. Line them up and knock them down. I think that's what Clint says in his his voice lines, and I think it fit very well for the scenario there.
Yeah.
Wait. Bot side, Cyan. Force used the last insanity. His Almond Force was also used. Now, Magic's recall in here. We do see that Vinny's starting to step up. Will they be able to find the tower? They're actually going to walk away, clear the wave, and just back up. Don't want to force anything here.
Yeah, they don't want to get trapped. Now, these Diggy Bombs are starting to really hurt. Look at that. That's about 15% of bread as XP. And, I mean, they're looking for some plays. They got to focus on neutral objectives, kind of get on to the towers here, looking like they're going to take the mid tower. Ooh.
Onto the tower. Super Kobe wanted to find the pin, use the heavy spin and headbutt combination. Now engaging with the shadow step.
Look at the back line.
The backside. It's a 2v2 side. Picks a kill on top of Maxi. Marceline's in trouble. Kobe stuck in a 4v1 number advantage. And you know how that works out. Shadow Stampede, reverse time. He's getting yoinked, boinked, and all types of different animation sounds. Jesus, pinball machine activity.
That was a thick panda, though, taking on 4 of After Hours there. If he had that heavy spin, it could have been detrimental for AF.
It definitely could have been, man. What a these fights have been insane. Some of the plays we've been seeing this game, but I guess that makes sense. You got a team trying to end it all here. You got a team trying to stay involved here. So everything seems a little bit crazier. Kobe is going to go ahead and take some of those alarm bombs. Marceline will eat one as well. The support and kind of the beefy front line eat a bit of the damage. Now, currently it's a 5v4 if they look for the engagement, but now that Sign's kind of making that rotation, it can be anyone's fight. But pay attention to Madam Blue Streak as well. Very low on AP. Bread targeting Magic there with his almond force, forces him to disperse. But look at the last insanity from Cyan. A lot of holy healing. Kobe all alone. The selfish play. Cyan loses immortality. Kobe trying to one-tap him there. But one more bit of the heavy spin. No one's gonna fall, but a lot of utility has been used. Every ultimate was used by the side there of Team Ace. Bread has his ultimate back though, but it looks like there's a little bit more. Hang on, Marceline steps up, reverse Bread, Zombie force on the Magic. Can he find the kills? CC from Vinny over the wall.
Last Insanity
drops down. The last Insanity won't be able to find the kill. Vinny low. Maxi takes him down, and Bread is still alive. This Lord should be for them. Maxi with the flicker will take down Cyan. Finds a double kill. Will he be able to pick up the triple? No, Jin kills him, but at what cost? They will lose the Lord here. G, and look at Kobe. Wants to find a kill. Very greedy, but he'll take it. He's gonna bring him to the grave with him. If I gotta go, so do you.
3 on the side of AF Fall, 2 on the side of Team Ace, but they're able to secure the Lord. Now, if they can wait, what they should do is not push the lanes. Just let the Lord do its thing. And I mean, they have enough wave pressure to do that, right? And now they just have to allow Max to come back, allow Kobe to come back, utilize this time to clear up all the towers. If they can clear up all the towers but to tier 3, we're going to be looking at Team Ace being at more of an advantage here versus AF. AF's going to have to mount up a defense here. Their marksman's going to really have to put some pressure onto the Lord. Again, Magic looks to be controlling this left side of the map, while you can see they're trying to control the bottom side of the map. So they are really focusing on that Lord, kind of pushing into that mid side. I think a clash might happen here soon.
It absolutely could go ahead and happen. You can tell that they want to find the outer turrets first.
Bread.
Bread might have misplayed, taking a lot of
heavy
damage
spin.
There. Kobe with the heavy spin, looking for the kill. Finally, NetherRealm though will help them
alter.
Magic. Now he's all alone. They can look to force this. Magic forced the flicker instead. Maxi and company will walk away empty-handed, but again, locking in for outer turrets. They're going to step up one more time. Cyan, though, looks to clear them out. Magic, Shadow Stampede. He can bring Maxi in, but no! Actually brings Death close to himself, but Jin will be able to find Maxi, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. Astro Echo goes out. Zombie Force from Bread. The alarm bombs making him second-guess himself, man. Those things do hurt. From a different area code will take Madam Blue Streak out of this game.
Sky said, you better watch out because you never know where I'll be. I'm in the sky. I own everything. And they are shooting shots left and right, trying to catch Jin off into the back line. They did what they needed to do with that Lord, kinda. They don't want to get too greedy at this point, right? They control a decent amount of the map, have a little bit of a gold lead, kind of wait out for the next Lord. 44 seconds. Maybe get a cheeky pick if they possibly can, but don't get too greedy.
Don't get too greedy is definitely the name of the game at this point. In a comfortable position, you don't want to mess up and lack discipline to go ahead and lose this. Look at Kobe. I think he's losing focus. He might be the guy to lose discipline here. He's doing exactly what he did last game. Is this a strategy for them? Wait a minute.
Gosh.
Kobe with the pin, but the time journey will come out, help them be able to escape. He's gonna be losing that ultimate, but the threat is there.
Yeah, I think he tried to force out that nether realm into the early stage. That way they didn't have it for the Lord, but looks like Ion might be caught off guard here. Pushed into the wrong side. You're going the wrong way, but maybe you're baiting them enough for them to take the Lord.
Oh no.
A shutdown by Maxi.
Maxi's putting in max pain. He picks up a double kill. The bait, the time waste is futile
GGs.
as Marceline will find a kill. And I think it just might be, G. That's 3 members missing here. It's a 4-man, making a 5-man march from the side of Team Ace. They're looking to end it right here, right now. Holy, a retribution goes out, headbutt and a heavy spin. Everybody was kung fu fighting when it all ended at the Tier 9 tournament. Last Insanity goes out from Cyan. It's a desperation play, but it will not amount to much. Members are spawning in though. Wait a minute. 2 seconds, 1 second, 0 seconds. Can they make it in time? Magic and an alarm bomb. They might make
gotta
it
back up.
Jin with a flicker in the quick draw won't find the kill, but Aiko able to defend up against Team Ace.
That was Team After Hours barely holding on to their tower by milliseconds, and they're looking to put some pressure here. Another round forced out. Maxi though caught off guard.
This is huge for them. They take out most of the DPS there besides the side of Bread. Hey, again, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's just the astral recall from a mile away. They need to be careful here. Bread taking the Lord. Vinny trying to close the distance, won't make it in time. And Team Ace will secure the Luminous Lord.
I thought you were gonna pull out the AI one-liner and say it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's just the sky taking out the shots.
No. Maybe I could have used, oh no, the sky is falling or something. I don't know. Sometimes the AI doesn't keep up. We talked about this, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
But I mean, we do see the Lord. Are they going to be able to utilize this with Maxi gone? It is being melted. Another round being baited out.
Did you see the positioning there? He flanked from the side to make sure he got access to Jin with that shot. He lined it up perfectly. Look, Astral Recall, Astral Meteor. The whole time he's applying pressure, he's targeting the squishies intentionally here. Talk about focusing. Team Ace wants to lock into the tower ahead, but has to worry about the time journey. Pulled in by the reverse time. Kobe needs to be careful. Sign, use the last insanity. He doesn't have immortality. They could look to take him out, but won't be able to find the kill, so Kobe and Sign will both walk away. Sky picks up the kill. Snipe goes out, misses the mark. They only have 1 high ground tower. Make that 0. Just got taken down by a simple cannon minion. Sky looking for the back line again. Look at the angle. Bread trying to make some plays here with his almond force. Alarm bomb connecting, taking away about 10% of the HP. It doesn't look like Team Ace wants to walk away, G. They have 3 waves coming in, one of them coming in a little early here, but nonetheless there. Oh, Flicker, Shadow Stampede, time journey called out at the same time. Last Insanity to Bread. Caught out with Almond Force, able to take out Magic. Torn apart Memory, he's gonna airball that. Oh my God! The alarm bomb. Hoot, hoot, doot, doot. He's out of here. Another alarm bomb giving chase. Sky recalling with the recall, but not before you send the shot at Jin. But my goodness, the engagement from Magic there. What a play.
Yeah, Team Ace overstaying their welcome onto AF's side. They tried to take advantage of AF, but again, it's not a bad play. If they were been able to get more kills and more picks there, they probably could have ended. And again, risk it for the biscuit, right? You still got you're gonna be back in time for the Lord. It's not a huge problem, but again, the team has to, stay focused. Kobe getting pulled back.
Kobe needs to be careful, forced to use the heavy spin. Jin taking shots here. I mean, Sky sending out the shots, but wait, Magic giving chase. Vinny as well.
Look at the back line.
Look at Maxi with the positioning.
Looking for a cheeky play.
You can look for it, the sneaky cheeky. You can tell he's hungry. Look at that hand glowing red. He has the Hephaestus passive ready to dominate somebody.
Yeah, you know that he was hesitating with that thumb there. He was like, should I go? Should I go? Should I go?
Should I do it?
Don't want to make too many crazy plays. They're not risking it for the biscuit when they don't have to, right? The Lord's going to be coming up. This is where they need to make a play. AF needs to contest this Lord, but look at the zonage by Team Ace here.
Kobe doesn't let them through. Also, keeping eyes on Bread. It looks like they actually want to try to sandwich them. Time Journey gets forced out. The reverse time as well. Kobe taking a bit of damage, but the mobility from Marceline with the Holy Healing will get him up out of there. Now, the Lord is still being worked on the whole time. I don't think they'll be able to contest for whatever reason. Cyan's still trying to close the distance, and so is Vinny. This is very desperate. Red will secure it, and now Vinny and Cyan all alone. The kamikaze play will not work. Marceline will pick up the kill. Sky taking Cyan very low. They're going to give chase. Maxi with a flicker. He landed the stacks, but the Time Journey will break it. Kobe looking for the back line. Brad will take him down. Sky will get rid of Jin, and it is a 5-man wipeout. Talk about a way to end the series, Aiko. I don't know if this is what we expected heading into Tier 9, but clearly Team Ace had different plans when they showed up today. What a dominating appearance.
Team Ace taking Tier 9's tournament. Definitely a well-played game. AF definitely trying to hold their own, but hey, Team Ace risking it for the biscuit and it paying off.
Someone's getting their bread buttered. Wait a minute.
Oh, Jesus. Calm down.
Tier 9 tournaments. Team A shows up to Tier 9 and shows that they might be a Tier 1 team. They win the Western Frontier Battle, up against After Hours, closing out the night shift up against them. What a dominating performance, man. But the statistics kind of tell the story here, What was going on here? What led to this victory?
I mean, look at it. Sky reigning on to AF, right? 5-1-14. Just a complete dominance by this Navario. Look at that. 76% team fight participation. 32% damage done. That's 131,000 damage. I mean, that is huge on a team that is... I mean, they had some sustainability, but they had to deal with a Diggy the whole time. So, wild to see. And I can't believe Team Ace pulled it through.
Team Ace did more than pull it through, man. You said we weren't getting the sweep, but we did get a gentleman's sweep, right? It wasn't a 4-0, but a 4-1. A little bit of courtesy over the After Hours. You can't just do them like that in the grand finals. You got to let them get one there. And that is what happens. And I mean, wow. The overall performance, the sneaky cheeky, man. I know Navaria here, Sky had a great game, won the MVP, but we got to talk about Brett as well, man, with the Harith. The XP Akai. He's 2-3-12. All the engagements he made, the setup potential, burning out ultimates, man. It was the complete package from Team Ace.
It was the complete package, but hey, I mean, Team Ace